Greetings, my friend. We are all interested in the future, for that is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives, whether we want to or not. I predict man will truly be the slave of woman. I predict in the future it will be very possible for a woman to sell her husband to another woman, both legally and thoroughly.
Perhaps some of you are wondering what I'm doing carrying around a stepladder. Well, let me assure you, I was hanging pictures and not people. But there may be some others of you who know that I have another interest besides movies, and that's an interest in fine arts. And some of you may have read in the papers that Sears is starting a department, a section of fine arts. I'd like to assure you that it is not done by strange fellows with long hair who live in attics and wear berets. It is done by extremely disciplined human beings who are trying to allow you, as people, untalented people, to see through their eyes the visual beauty of this world. I think probably I can talk to you much better if I have a picture to guide me. If you're like I am, I'm completely visual-minded, and I'll admit it. So let's take a look at the Vincent Price collection, which belongs to you all at Sears and to the American public now. And let me explain to you some of the points that I have tried to make. So let's start by taking a look at this...
Down there. From out here, it looks comfortable, doesn't it? Well, for the most part, it is. Except for the poison, the rot, the horribly toxic abscess. Take a look at what they're reading. Go on. They won't even know you're there. That's Garion. He's the owner here. Sometime or other, the whole community has asked him to take that obscene stuff off his stands. His response usually amounts to some form of dollar-sign logic.
This is no arty experiment. These are not exhibitions of my taste or anybody else's taste. This is simply merchandise to sell to your customers. This is the best merchandise that I can supply you. I will be out all over the world buying this merchandise for you. Old masters, all kinds of art, the work of young people, unknown people, all kinds of tastes and all kinds of pocketbooks. Merchandise that you can sell to your Sears customers with the assurance that it is genuine and authentic and the best. And I hope that over the years you all will come to see art as I see it, as no more than the ultimate in home furnishings. And I hope that over the same years, your customers and you will come to see art as the furniture of the eye and of the mind. Thanks.
You like to draw or paint, or maybe just sketch or doodle? Well, if you do, chances are you have the interest needed to become a serious art student. And here's how you can find out. By simply calling toll-free, Art Instruction Schools will send you without cost or obligation this enjoyable art test. You take it at home in your spare time, and when you've finished, you simply mail it in. Your test is then reviewed and graded by experts, and that's all there is to it. So call or write today for your art test, and don't let the wonderful world of art pass you by. To get your free art test, call this toll-free number or write to Art Test and give your name, address, and age. Don't delay. Call this number now. Call 1-800-USA-1000.
They're creepy. They're kooky. They owe me $1,700. It's Desperate Losers.
Welcome to another Thursday where we do that thing that no one has asked us to do, but we do it anyway. With me, as always, my good friend, oops, that's not working, Chris Creature, off to a solid start. Here's that number. Don't call it yet. We're not ready for that. Did I turn on the phone? That's a great question. I didn't. Good reminder. Glad I hit that button by accident. Chris, we have so much today. I feel like I say that every week.
You do, but you know what? There is so much. There was a bunch of meals in that intro. The furniture of the mind, the art contest. I mean, we got to talk about it all.
I mean, I love to hear all of human artistic endeavor boiled down to that it's just the ultimate in furniture. It's, you think about like the first time a caveman painted his hand on a wall, or cave woman. Let's not even presume. Just a cave they painted their hand on a wall. And they were thinking, this is the ultimate in home furnishing.
Finally. I was going to move that rock over here.
Yeah, but no, this handprint is really tying the room together. Today is Art Day on Desperate Losers. What does that mean?
It means that we're going to wear berets and hide in the attic.
It does. We're just going to Anne Frank in the attic in berets?
No, that's what he said. When in Vince
yeah.
Artists aren't men in strange berets painting in attics.
Well, let me assure you that we are strange men in attics and women painting in berets. The reason it's Art Day is we are launching a new contest. We have the Desperate Losers Art Test, based off of the somewhat scammy Chicago art thing that we always used to see advertised in the 80s and 90s. The objective of this thing is for you to sketch your favorite Draw Me subject here. We want you to take your time with it because the best one in the contest is going to win 100 points. The only rule here is that you cannot use generative AI. If we suspect you're using generative AI, we're going to take away 50 points from your score. But you are encouraged to, in any other way, cheat. As long as it's not generative AI, you can cheat in any other way, and actually any particularly creative, like disobedience or cheating, that's going to be rewarded within our system. Yeah, and there you have it. That's the exam. If you want a copy of the exam, I'll put this on the Discord. If you're not on our Discord, you're gonna want to get on the Discord. There's the link for that. But it's also on our Blue Sky that nobody ever goes to.
I go there.
Yeah, you're the only one. I get notifications of every time I'm like, oh, a Blue Sky notification. It's always just Chris has re-skeeted this to no one because it's a fucking ghost town over there. What is the point of Blue Sky? But you can put up high resolution images on Blue Sky. They don't get fucked down the way they do on Instagram. So that's where we put it. And you can find the art test there. You go to our Blue Sky. It'll be the top one. Let me throw up our Blue Sky for folks.
Blue Sky is basically the open source Twitter.
Yeah. It's like if it's as bad as Twitter without there being anyone there. But at least there's not so many Nazis. So, there you go. That's the contest. Like I said, we're gonna probably do this for like a month. I feel like we're gonna give people some time to really think about what they want to do for this. How they want to deal with this little blue box. And really marinate on it. Speaking of art, Chris, I had a little bit of experience. I didn't accidentally make some art, but I made some art that didn't turn out the way I had intended, which is that I was listening to a podcast yesterday and I heard an ad for, by the way, Pustu, clip this out because this is definitely going to be a clip. So I was listening to a podcast and I heard this ad from like the Baltimore like tourism bureau. And the first line in the ad was, Baltimore is so much more than just crack. I couldn't believe it. So I rewound it and I listened to it again. Baltimore is so much more than just crack. Well, I was over the moon. This is like the craziest slogan for a town or state since New Jersey had what was it? We'll win you over. That was New Jersey's slogan.
No. I thought it was come see for yourself.
Oh, it was something like that. Like they paid an ad agency an insane amount of money and they got a real, just like very honest but lukewarm slogan. And then it was during Christie's time. Chris Christie hated it so much that he ended up like nixing it, and they had to come up with like a new one, and they held a contest, but they had to end the contest because like the things that were winning were just like, New Jersey, yeah, we hate you as much as you hate us. It was all shit like that. Anyway, so I started making a poster for the city of Baltimore that said it's more than just crack, but after I spent a lot of time making a beautiful poster, which I will share with you right now. Hold on a second. Why is that not coming up? There it is. I made this beautiful poster in the style of like a 1940s WPA poster. After I made this, I Googled it. I had to Google it, right? Like, because I was like, Baltimore more than... How can they have this? I couldn't find anything about it. So I went back to the podcast. Chris, and I listened again, and this time I listened more closely because, in all honesty, the woman doing the VO has a very thick Baltimore accent.
Oh, it's more than just... I know what it is.
It's more than just crab. It was not crack. It was crab. But I still think... I mean, we're all preconditioned to associate in our minds because of The Wire, Baltimore, and crack. So I still think this is a great poster, and I would like to, with this story, put it up on Instagram and at the Baltimore, tourism board and see if they're interested in it. Because I'm more than happy to give them a copy of this poster without our little email, our little Twitch link at the bottom so that they can use it for promoting Baltimore. Because it is. Baltimore's a great town. I love Baltimore, and it is a lot more than just crack. Anyway, Chris, that's that's our art day.
Beautiful. Thank you for making that. Thank you for sharing it. And I think that if the Baltimore City Council doesn't get on that and make it the official poster of Baltimore, they're just making a huge mistake.
Yeah. That's why our chat's not updating. All right, hopefully that's fixed. There we go. Stay for the crab, come for the crab, I think it's the other way around. You come for the crack and you stay for the crab. I
guess it depends on what your history is.
That's true. All right. Anyway, we got some business apart from that to take care of, which is that we have some submissions from Street Teaming. We got a really good one here from our good friend Really Cereal, who I keep doing that. Well, I'm really messing up here. We got this excellent one from Really Cereal, who put it up at a place called Tillicum Cocktails. You can kind of see it there real small at the bottom of this poll. Now, every time I get one of these from Really Cereal, they're putting them in places that like are just unbelievable, right? Like there was one that was like on a weird doorway where somebody had taken a shit, and you would think nobody calls, but we get more calls. We get more calls from the ones that Really Cereal puts up than anyone else's. So I take notes. I said this last week. I'm going to say it again. Take notes. Really Cereal is putting these up in the right places. We also got some other interesting things here. We got from Cat Guy Bob, we got a new flyer here, kind of in the style of the Clerks branding. And then, but we also got this horrifying set of new posters that has Shifty on it, asking people would they like to be like this guy. I don't know if these are going to work. I don't know. They could, though. They could. I've doubted it in the past.
I mean, he looks happy in the second one.
Shifty has real lasting appeal. There's an audience for Shifty. Those Shifty clips we put up this week have done better than almost anything clip-wise we've put up of the show. So, you know what? I'm going to say put them up. Let's see how they do. Do we get any hits off of these Shifty posters? I'm going to put them up in the Discord. Again, if you are not on that Discord, you're going to want to get in there to get a hold of those flyers. Yeah, and that's... there's one other little piece of business. We do have some voicemails, Chris, but I feel like we've done a lot of business at the top. Let's open up those phone lines. Let's do some scritching. I got a lot of cards here today. We still have a handful left on the set for life, which all of these Scritchingo eligible. There's Avi. Always our first caller. Avi getting the 20, getting a 50. Oh.
Bye, Avi.
Avi having the usual phone trouble. That's all right. Avi always sorts it out. But do give Avi his, what was it? Did we say 20-point bonus? What is the bonus we give for the first call?
We should give a 20-point bonus for the first call. I also want to know...
It's a lot of points, though, 20 points. I feel like 10. Let's go 10.
Okay, we can give Avi 10 points. My other thing is, Alien Bob made the new posters.
Oh, right, yeah, we got to give Alien Bob some points. So there was 20 for Really
that?
Cereal.
Yeah.
That's a great question. This is not...
Because there are 3 posters, technically.
It is 3 posters. I feel like This is gonna sound bad, but like in some ways, I don't know. It is Art Day. Let's reward Alien Bob the full 20 on each of those. That's 60 points.
Okay.
It is Art Day, and in fact, give Alien Bob a 5-point bonus for making art on Art Day without even knowing that it was Art Day. Speaking of Art Day, we will be scratching today with a very unusual piece. I couldn't find the knife that I found under a mattress.
Which means we're really close to some sort of homicide.
Hey, Avi.
Hey, so hopefully this is like on me and not on you.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on?
Lunch.
Oh wait, let's get these
Is it
guesses
soup?
in. What is Avi eating? Get those guesses in. I'm gonna give 5 points for the cuisine, and I'll give 20 points for the specific dish. Chris guessing for the orphans that it's soup. I like how enthusiastically you play along, Chris.
I mean, I just really want to help the orphans.
It's true. It's true. Getting tacos for Really Cereal. Sapphire
No,
Blue
I think
going
we should
soup.
maybe. I think we should maybe like. Okay, bone is close.
Ooh, bone is close. Something with rice. That is. It's not quite a genre of food, but it is a specific-ish dish. I feel like I would do if it does have rice in it, I would do 10 points on that. Turkey sandwich from Sun King. I like the boldness of the turkey sandwich. Avi, spam wasabi from Sapphire Blue Egg. Avi, what you eating?
Oh, you want me to just reveal it?
Yeah.
Curry rice.
Curry rice. That's gonna be 10 points for our good friend Bone Amputee. Avi, is the curry rice good? Did you make it yourself?
Yeah, I did. It was like store bought curry base, but I made it myself. Cut the vegetables and made the rice.
What's in it? Give us the veggies. Give us the full list.
Pumpkin, mushroom. There was I think like leafy greens. There was some chicken in there.
I like how unsure you are of the ingredients that you put into this. Did you make it today, or is this like an?
Yeah, I made it today.
Nice. All right. Well, Avi, you didn't come here to talk lunch. You came here to play some games. What would you? Let's do a pre-qualifying game. I know which one you want to play. What I would like from you is a number 1 through 3, and based on that, you're going to decide.
I'm assuming it's not always the same answer.
It's not always the same answer.
All right, let's do 2.
You doing 2? Here's 2.
Who is that? And who is he? We know who he is, but what about them? They look familiar, but does she and her? The answers to these questions could win you prizes galore. All of this. Who is that?
Avi,
First
I think
of all,
you're
I
gonna...
applaud you.
Well, you're on the clock.
Okay,
Applaud me later. You gotta know who this is. This, I feel like
Kermit
if
the
anyone's
Frog?
gonna know this, it's not Kermit. It's the woman who's with Kermit.
Oh.
Who are we looking
Oh,
at?
crap.
This person, very famous. You see this person every time we play. Who is that? This person is in the opening sequence to it.
Tina Yothers?
It is not Tina Yothers.
Uh,
This person, for 5 points, I'll give you a hint.
okay, fine. What's the hint? I'm so
All
bad
right,
at
this
this.
person features very prominently in an episode of Seinfeld where she bites Kramer.
All right, so it's someone. Raquel Welch.
You got it! That is going to be 5 points for Avi. It would have been the full
Oh,
10
gosh.
without the hint, but it is indeed Raquel Welch. Excellent work, Avi.
First, I just want to say I applaud you for retaining the presidential assassination for the entirety of the show at this point.
Yeah, well, you know, it was sort of that was a
Attempted
happy
assassination.
that was a happy accident of editing. You know, I was pulling clips of. They're most of those waves are from the Oscars,
Or whatever.
and then I had that Reagan footage for something else, something kind of unrelated that I was going to build for Desperate Losers, and it just happened to be sitting in the project, and I threw it in, and God, was it perfect! You know, from the Reagan waving to that moment when Brinkley
Welcome,
shoots him.
friend, to Desperate Losers.
Oh, hello. That's going to be a point for Belden. I think Belden's also a first-time chatter. There's some points coming to Belden W for that as well. Yeah, so it was a happy accident, and I'm glad that you enjoy it. Do you know, Avi, I feel like if anybody knows, it might be you, what is the overall branding that I have stolen from to create Who Is That? Do you know what show's credit sequence I have stolen Who Is That from?
I mean, I'm kind of getting like a beat the clock vibe.
It is not Beat the Clock. I'm going to leave that out there. 20 points to anybody in the chat who knows what the Who Is That opening sequence is based on.
I mean, I'm going to say your branding as a whole seems to be all the wonderful programs coming this fall to ABC. So
this show might have been on ABC. I don't know what network it's
We
from.
have a guest in the chat for Bone Amputee of Love Boat.
Oh, Bone Amputee is going to get those points. It is Aaron Spelling's Love Boat. Yes. And you'll notice, too, next time we do one, the ship in the background while you're guessing is the Exxon Valdez.
Was that 10 points for Bone Amputee?
That is going to be 10 points for Bone Amputee.
Nice. Bone Amputee's hitting those angel numbers. His score is currently 777.
Ooh.
Could be a good day for you, Bone.
Pooh Stew had 666 for a time, didn't he? Avi, I have misplaced my scratching knife. I opened a package with it, and I'm not sure where I put it. So we're scratching with a special coin today. This is a coin that my family smuggled out of Cuba, sewn into the lining of their coats. It was one of only 3 coins that they left Cuba with. And we're scratching with it today. So you got a choice here. I'm going to give you either 3 scratches on Set for Life, or I will give you 6 scratches on one of the $5 cards. Now, bearing in mind, the Set for Life is Scritchingo eligible.
Yeah, they're going to do Set for Life.
Let's do it. Set for Life 3. Do you want?
I just ate lunch, and I think I only have like the brain power for 3 numbers.
You know what? I like that. You know your limits. It's good to always know your limits, and you're out there doing it. Avi, let's take a look at the prizes before I have you guess.
Yeah.
So this is going to be. Oh my God! There's still a grand prize in the mix. There it is, grand prize. We're looking at
Life magazine subscription.
5,000, and we are looking at another 5,000. So we'll do one of the 5,000 first. You tell me which one. You tell me which number it is. Chat, I want your guesses in too. Once Avi has selected, and go from there. It'll be 10 points for every correct guess here.
I'm going to say on the one on the right, 34.
34, I like it. That would have been Nickelodeon on my when I was a kid. Get those guesses in. Chat, get them in. It's kind of a deranged song, Chris. Are you hearing this? I'm not sure. What is this? What was that? I don't know. I think that might have been from the Rolandos, that record that I sent Visk. All right, let's go ahead and give it a scratch. I feel like we got enough numbers in. We're looking for 34 for Avi.
I wish I could hear it. I do love deranged songs.
I know. I have tested putting them through the phone line before, and it just sounds like hot garbage, so I don't do it. It's a 14. You got that second digit right, but unfortunately you were cursed by the first one. I don't think there's any 14s out there, are there, Chris? Nope. All right.
It's going to be a bad year.
Yeah, there's no 14s, unfortunately.
All right, how about the next one? What do you think? Over here, what do you think it is?
I'm going to see more of the card. I'm going to say 20.
A 20. I like it. Let's take a look. Is it a 20 for Avi? No! It is an 11. It's only an 11. I feel like if Pooh Stew was here, that one would definitely be in the mix.
But it's in the mix for Shifty Merchant, so he's going to get some clicks out of that.
Big 10 for Shifty. And now the grand prize, Avi. What do you think it is? And my offer from last week, it stands. If you
And I
correctly
don't
guess
want to
this,
because Chris already has it, but
there's no
there's
no exclusivity. If you're feeling 4, do 4. And I'll remind you, if you guess this correctly, and I win this $5,000 a week, I'm going to give you $2,000. Not a week, but you're going to get $2,000. Let's take a look. We're looking for a 4. It is a 4T.
Ooh.
Javi, you know what? If we win this,
down by 90%.
Because of the kismet, though, I'll give you 1,000 if we win on this card. If I'm winning $5,000 a week, the first week, the first 1,000 off the top going to you. The rest of it, just reimbursing everybody who has spent $2,220.69 on this show.
Ayo.
Oh, nice. Avi, you got any movie thoughts for us before we let you go?
I got drunk and networked with some film people last night.
Nice. Did you? Who did you connect with?
Dox them right now on air.
Some visual effects guy. I had some interesting conversations about world cinema and politics. Showed my animation to a few people.
Nice.
Someone wants a storyboard artist.
Nice.
And some people who know my friends. So.
Avi out there in the world networking.
And I saw I'm going to the New York Asian Film Festival.
Oh, that's really fun.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. A Samurai in Time. About a samurai from, I think the 1800s like near the tail end of the shogunate, and he gets magically transported to the modern day where he becomes the guy in samurai TV shows who gets slashed to death.
Oh, so he just like does the thing where he splits in half and falls slowly.
No, most the guy just swings the knife and he just cries and falls down.
Right. So he goes to modern day Japan.
It's sort of like a mixture of modern Japan. It's like a mixture. It's like a mixture of it's like a fish out of water time travel story, but it's also a loving tribute to Japan's probably mispronouncing this Jidaigeki genre of television and film, which with the time was about as on its way out as the shogunate was when he got transported. So it's kind of like really loving film about making film and TV, and it's very funny. It's a bit overlong, but it's a blast, and it's coming out in the U.S. soon.
Nice. That sounds very exciting. I just I watched. This is unrelated except in as much as it's a Japanese movie. I had never seen Tampopo. I just saw Tampopo for the first time.
I've never seen Tampopo either.
Oh!
It's been on my list for so long.
You got to do it. And let me tell you something. I watched it at the end of the night while I am dieting. So I was very hungry when I went into it, knowing nothing about this movie, little knowing that the entire movie is just other people eating. It was a fucking torture for 2 hours. It was rough stuff.
I've been there.
I definitely, you're gonna want to watch Tampopo with a meal. Do not.
Whenever you watch movies and you're hungry, watching characters eat is just hell.
Oh my god, they eat so much ramen in that movie, and it all looks so fucking
good.
Great.
And ramen's it's such good food.
I know.
Anyway,
thank you for calling, Avi. Avi, are you gonna compete in the art contest?
I might.
You should.
Yeah, you're like a resident artist. You have to. You know.
Oh, maybe
the draw.
It's not out of the rules. I mean, since we're encouraging people to break rules in a non-AI way, an obfuscation of one of those. Perhaps the clam? Wouldn't need too many frames for that, sucker.
Well, I already I've been working on some other stuff. I had some technical issues recently, so it made me a bit like you don't know what you got until it's gone. So now I'm kind of really up my art output.
You got the old big yellow taxi.
I just finished an animatic.
Nice.
So hoping to make something out of that.
Did I hear you correctly? You said you had tentacle issues?
I heard that too.
Yeah.
I said I was going to leave it at that. I did have tentacle issues.
Tentacle issues. Well, considering we were just talking about Japan, my mind only goes to one place. And I did not say that these submissions couldn't be spicy. So if you're looking to submit tentacle stuff, you're saying that. Yeah.
Hey, how do you make an octopus? No, please don't. How do you make an octopus laugh?
How do you make an octopus laugh?
You give them tentacles.
Oh, that's rough.
That's real bad, right?
Yeah, it's terrible. Avi, thank you so much for calling. I hope your tentacle issues are resolved. We'll talk to you next week. And by the way, actually, before I lose you, I have a question for you because we have not peeked into this. So over the Discord, we got to talking about Superman. And I posited that it's probably a little bit terrible to be rescued by Superman because he probably smells like shit. You know, he's been flying through debris. He's sweating in that spandex. And it was pointed out that probably all superheroes smell terribly. So we created a bracket for the stink.
Who is that? And who is he? We know who.
Avi, do you hear me?
There you are.
There. Sorry about that. Avi, do you have enough time to talk through this bracket with us? Oh, I lost Avi. Now
there he is.
A mop. The Toxic Avenger carries a mop, and he lives at the dump, if I recall correctly. So.
Yeah, Toxie does live at the dump. There's
and he fell into a barrel of nuclear waste. I'm just going to leave it there.
So do you want to talk through the Wolverine Toxie bracket? Is that the one you want to talk through?
I mean, Wolverine. I was going off of my. I'm not the best in comic book knowledge, but Wolverine seems like the kind of guy who doesn't waste time showering.
No, I don't think he does.
Yeah,
I don't think he does. He's smoking a lot too.
Also,
he's gritty. He's gruff.
Is toxic waste smell bad?
I don't think it does.
I don't know. I don't know. I just know that the Toxic Avenger in all the versions I've seen him doesn't exactly look like the cleanest superhero.
He's not. Well, but he's a janitor.
Yeah.
He might be the cleanest superhero, actually, truth be told.
Yeah, he is a janitor. That's right.
You know, if anybody has the bona fides to be the cleanest superhero, it's going to be our boy Toxie.
But has he washed that mop?
You know, the mop has a tremendous amount of power, and I don't know if that comes from its cleanliness or its filthiness. I feel like it's way one or the other. Chris, get Lloyd on the phone. Let's find out.
Yeah,
Is
right.
the mop dirty or not?
Listen, I spent enough time over a trauma.
Some of these are hard. I mean, like, Swamp Thing's obvious. He's a Swamp Thing.
Yeah, but he's up against Rorschach, who's canonically smells
Rorschach
terrible.
Yeah.
Let's pick a bracket, Avi. You pick one of these brackets. Let's talk it through. Let's pick a winner. Let's figure this out. Let's invite chat to be part of it, but you decide which bracket. Do you want to go with an easy one? Do you want to go with a hard one? So here's the lineups. You got Batman versus She-Ra. You got Wolverine versus Toxie. You have the Ninja Turtles versus the Hulk. You got Jennifer Jones versus Popeye. The Flash versus Hellboy. You got Rorschach versus Swamp Thing. Superman versus Spider-Man. You got Deadpool versus Aquaman. Is one of these calling to you?
Kind of like the Ninja Turtles versus the Hulk.
This is a very smelly competition.
I mean, let's face it. The Ninja Turtles live in the sewer.
They live in the sewer, and a turtle does not smell great.
They live in the sewer. They're turtles. They're teenagers.
Yes, they live
and
with
they
a rat.
Yeah. They live with a rat, and they eat a ton of garlic.
Yeah, and they shit all over.
Hulk, meanwhile, Hulk seems to wear the same pair of pants.
He does.
Does he wear the same pair of pants, or does he just buy like 12 of the sleeves? Like, all these pants fit. Let's buy 12 pairs because I'm going to rip through them once a week.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Oh, Shifty
Merchant gets a lot
Hulk
of
is a doctor.
physical activity.
Yeah. So, Avi, what are you feeling? Who do you think is the... Have you been around turtles, Avi? Do you know what a turtle smells like?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure turtles might be fine, but if they are smelly, then we're talking like turtles.
They're not.
We're talking about turtles who live in the sewer.
Yeah.
There's no getting around the fact that the Ninja Turtles live in the sewer.
There is no getting around that. No.
And they're teenagers, and they eat a lot of pizza.
They eat nothing but pizza. They're probably farting all the time.
They're taught by a rat.
They are taught by a rat, and you know the rat's shitting all over the place because that's what rats do.
And they are, and on top of that, they're in New York City.
Yes, let's make the case for the Hulk. The Hulk also lives in New York City. The Hulk probably, and now I think we're talking about the Hulk. We're not talking about when he's Bruce Banner. We're talking just Hulk.
Yeah.
Hulk is not concerned with cleanliness. When he's in that Hulk rage, this is not a man who's getting clean. And not only that, but the Hulk immediately got his hands dirty. You know, once Bruce Banner has hulked up, he is filthy.
Yeah. But there's so many like factors with the Ninja Turtles adding on to individual superheroics.
So you're feeling not even competitive. You're thinking the Turtles
I'm going with the Ninja
Hulk
Turtles.
out. You know what? I'm going to agree, but
new follower, put one on the board,
Welcome.
baby.
Hinarf, that's going to be a point. Drop something in the chat, Hinarf, because you will get some points on top of that. And also, Hinarf, what do you think? Smellier, the Ninja Turtles or the Hulk? We're doing a bracket for the stinkiest superhero. Who do you think it is, Hinarf? Is it the Hulk? Is it the Ninja Turtles? Oh, Hinarf going the Hulk.
Ooh.
Hinarf going the Hulk. I like it. I don't like to see everyone pick the same thing. I like the controversy. Hinarf, help me make the case for the Hulk.
I think
What
it's
is it
high.
about-
We're on the topic of
High Narf.
the Toxic Avenger.
Like, yeah.
It could be High Narf. But I like Hinarf.
Like Pinky
Like-
in the Brain.
Hinarf sounds like, like a villager in Viking times. Like, an NPC you might meet in a Viking game, who needs you to find 3 pieces of a rake that are scattered across the continent.
Here's a fascinating
someone from,
concept.
The village. Someone from the village in How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes,
Ooh. Wait,
that's correct.
Hinarf, making an interesting point here.
Yeah.
If Bruce Bannon stinks, which he could, Bruce Bannon is in the lab all night. We know he's careless. He's getting exposed to gamma radiation, probably not spending a lot of time showering. The fact that he has one outfit, that also does not speak to the cleanliness. And when he hulks up, his smell probably does increase.
So it's the body factor versus the environment factor.
Right, but also there is a body factor with turtles. As we've mentioned, turtles stink on their own. And they also have kind of hulked up in a way. They moved from tiny little baby turtles through also nuclear exposure into adults. So their stank probably leveled up. Not as much as the Hulk. The Hulk's stink levels up a lot more, I think, than the turtles.
I actually, to be honest, I've been on this phone call for 24 minutes, and I kind of feel like I want to give someone else a try.
So Avi's sticking with turtles. Avi, I'll let you go. We could keep talking
one more
this
thing.
through. Yeah.
While we're talking about Toxic Avenger, and you're talking about Superman,
Yes.
did you spot Lloyd Kaufman in Superman?
I haven't seen Superman yet.
I actually, when we went and I didn't see his cameo, although I read that James Gunn had to tell him to stop acting so much.
That kind of tracks.
Well,
for
I'm going
Lloyd.
to say, if you see Superman, and this is not a spoiler, look, there's a shot or two with Lloyd Kaufman in it.
It's when you see Superman in the Superman film, doesn't narrow it down a lot, Avi.
It's like one scene where the creator of the Toxic Avenger himself is he's not even in the background. He's actually in the foreground for like a second.
Yeah. I'm gonna look for him.
Yeah.
Is it Lloyd Kaufman he's playing, or is it Uncle Lloydie he's playing? Because those are two different men.
Oh, it's hard to say. He definitely has like the Uncle Lloydie look.
Okay. That tracks.
And Superman is a great film. The action is so good.
It's very subversive.
So
I was impressed with that.
Anyway, I'm gonna go and let someone else call in.
All right, thank you, Avi.
Oh, the ooze from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is not toxic waste. It is a space.
It's mutagen. Yeah, it's mutagen.
Yeah, it's mutagen. It's a space technology brought to Earth by the Krang.
Well, it depends on which version of the turtles we're talking. I think that you're talking comics turtle, but I think 80s cartoon turtle, it just kind of falls off the back of a, just like a company truck.
I'm sorry. The ooze comes from the glands of Krathatrogons. The Krang milk them to receive mutagen. So they're covered with space.
Wow, space mutants.
Here you go. This is a picture of what they milk.
I gotta say, all right, let's get the final votes in. I know other people voted before, but just so we have to scroll back through, get them in again. I just need one word: Hulk, turtles. Who do you think stinks more? And we will advance that person or persons to the next round. Getting turtles from Belden, getting turtles from Sun King. We definitely had turtles from Avi. Sapphire Blue Ink also going turtles. Turtles from Shifty Merchant. Really Cereal also going turtles. Turtles are running away with this. Turtles from Chris Creature. Our very own Chris Creature.
Now that I know that they're covered in space milk.
They're coming from Gland. They're just ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Pooh Stew also going turtles. I think we had one Hulk. This might be the end of our Viking friend. This person just comes in immediately, gets brigaded by people going the other way on this bet. But I think the turtles have it. We can call it. We will advance the turtles to the next round. Where are my turtles? Let's duplicate those turtles. And let's get them over to where they are going to be moving, which is there. Where's my round one? Where's my round one?
Cowabunga indeed, really Cereal. Yes. Cowabunga indeed.
I should have thought through the mechanism for doing this better. I hadn't really thought about that enough. You just have to watch me drag through thousands of layers in Photoshop now.
It's all right. It's just high quality content now. It's also a Photoshop lesson.
We went Michelangelo for the first one. We'll go Raphael for the second one, so we know that we're talking about more than one turtle.
Are you a Donatello guy?
You know, I am not a Donatello guy. And I will throw this out to the chat. Of the remaining 3 turtles, which do you think is my favorite? And it'll be 10 points for the first person to get it right. I have a definite favorite. The favorite, I love this turtle almost to the exclusion of the other 3, really. Donatello is a second place one for me. But a distant second place.
Whoa.
Yeah, I really love the turtle that I love so very much. There we have it, our first round. Go ahead and call in. We can do another round of this. I would love to be talking through some of these other ones. I am particularly personally excited for Batman versus She-Ra. I think it's more competitive than people think that it's going to be.
Yeah, we were discussing that in the pre-show breakdown, and he's got
Sun King's got it. I am a Michelangelo man.
Are you really? I'm also
so much. I love Mikey. How could you not love him? He's got joie de vivre, and in every interpretation of the Turtles, he's always kind of the same. He's the only one. There's a crossover episode of the Nickelodeon version of the Turtles where they meet the Turtles from the 1980s, and Michelangelo he loves it because the 80s Turtles, they're all like him. Every single one of them is as stupid as he is, and I love it. I love that about Mikey. Definitely the best turtle. We did have some new Scratchingo eligible numbers. They were 40, 11, and 14. I wonder if anybody got Scratchingo. Good question. While we're waiting for a call, Chris, what are you feeling card wise? We got the New York Millionaire. Obviously, you can win $1 million there. The bonus 20. You can win $1 million there.
I mean, don't you want to finish the card we're scratching?
No, because it's the Scratchingo card. People have to earn the Scratchingo card.
All right. Well, I thought they were all Scratchingo eligible because they're over $10. Oh, no, they're $5 cards. Okay, we were zoomed in.
We only have one $10 card left.
I don't know. I've been see the bonus 20 times. That's the color palette there is like a sherbet, and that draws me to it. But there's something about the sparkle and the razzle dazzle of the New York Millionaire.
The razzle dazzle of the New York Millionaire. But let me tell you something. The one we're most likely to win is win $250. It's a $5 card. The maximum price is $250. But there's a lot of $250 cards that are winners. Could be the most money we've ever won.
Let's give it a try.
But are you still? You're not feeling the razzle dazzle. You want to go with the win. You want to go with the date that's going to take you home. You don't want to go with the fancy. This could be $1 million for us, Chris.
I don't know now. Now you've got. You know what? I think today we could use a win.
We could use a win. I'm feeling it. It's art day. We could use money. for art supplies.
Oh, it's art day. Then we have to go with the glitter.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's art day. Fuck it. So we started something new last time, and I feel like I want to keep it going. Lone Skull Comics, welcome. Welcome to chat. See Lone Skull lurking on the old Insta. Welcome to the chat. Oh, there's Sapphire. Sapphire, welcome to Desperate Losers. How you doing?
Well, thank you very much. I'm doing good.
Your phone sounds so much better. Whatever you did.
Well,
made it work.
you know what? It was just those headphones, which is nuts because they're JBLs, but I guess it was too sensitive.
Yeah, you were like off the charts, blowing the mic out.
Yeah, too much
sound
power.
great now. Would you like to play a little pre-qualifying game, Sapphire, to figure out what we're gonna do?
Yeah, what I would like right now is I don't understand this Scritchingo or whatever thing. I got a card from Chris like a while ago, and I don't. Could you write down what that whole thing is? I don't.
Yeah, we can tell you what Scritchingo is. So Scritchingo is basically just bingo, with numbers that we get from scratch-off cards. We've gotten a bunch of them so far from
I
other
think
ones.
they just want the numbers.
Oh, Sapphire just wants the numbers that we've had so far.
Well, I don't know. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do with it. I'm trying to think with it. I thought it was.
Oh yeah, you got to start crossing out numbers. You might already have won 100 points without even knowing it.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, we'll get you
Well, I haven't
the
even
numbers
started,
that have
so I-
already been played. We'll send those to you on the Discord. You can figure that out in your own time. By the way, if you would like to play Scritchingo, get on our Discord. We'll send you a Scritchingo card. And every time we scratch a card that is worth $10 or more, those numbers will be Scritchingo eligible. But Sapphire, while I have you on the line, would you like to play a little pre-qualifying game?
Yeah.
I need a number for you.
Okay.
1 through 3.
I gotta get the screen back up here. Okay, give you some numbers.
Give me a number 1 through 3.
Oh, 1.
You want to go with 1? Let's do it. Here is yours.
Time to play the filthiest game on Twitch. Rated R or X?
Yay.
The bat, Sapphire. Not all of the movies are gonna be rated R. Some of them are going to be like PG, PG-13, but they are all either rated X or not. So what I'm looking for you here, what I'm looking for you to do, is to tell me this movie still that we are currently looking at. Is this from an X-rated movie or a less than X-rated movie? I'm getting a mix of guesses out there. Bone Amputee going R.
You can make it bigger here.
Yeah, I'll make it bigger for you. Pelican Yawning saying R. Sun King saying R. Avi, film buff, saying this movie is not in the buff. Going with R. Pelican Yawning. Pelican Yawning's revising to be an R. Our very own Chris Creature saying X.
I'm the only one who's saying X.
Shifty going with PG-13.
Yeah, I'm gonna go X.
Lone Skull going R. And Belden.
There's something about that look in her eyes.
It is a horny look.
Totally.
There's a horny look going on here.
And the grainy nature.
They're all grainy. All of these movies, they're gonna be from the 70s and 80s. They're all gonna have that look. But is this a look?
Yeah.
Pornographic horniness or mere commonplace rated R horniness? Pooh-Stu says it's R.
Yeah, I'm going X.
Going X. I like it.
You and me, Blue. Let's go.
Let's take a look. It's PG. It is from True Stories from 1986. One of my favorite movies. Have you ever seen True Stories, Sapphire? It's the only narrative movie that David Byrne ever made. It was also like a Talking Heads album. Much maligned, but I think still great Talking Heads album. One of my favorite movies. It has more than 100 sets of twins in it, and the woman that you're looking at here is one of those twins.
Aww.
I can't give you the set for life, Sapphire, because you did not win on Rated R or Rated X, but I can give you 3 scratches from a not Scratchingo eligible scratcher of your choosing. You can play the bonus 20X. You can play win $250, which we are more likely to win some money on, or the ever dazzling, ever sparkly New York Millionaire. Look at that glitter.
Win 250 if we're more likely.
Let's do it. Win 250. I'm gonna need 3 of these from you. Tell me which ones would you like me to scratch here. And then chat, get them in. Give me 3 guesses. We're gonna be doing 3 scratches. Give me 3 numbers, my good friend Sapphire.
I get to give you 3 numbers.
You get to give me 3 numbers, and we will see if you win any of them. All right, hold on a second. Let me get my little your answer box up. 5.
15.
15. There's a pattern emerging. I like it.
And 1.
And 1. Sapphire Blink breaks the pattern with the last one. We're looking for a 5, a 15, and a 1. Where do you want them, Sapphire?
Oh, okay. So So there's 3 rows of 4. Is that what I'm picking up?
There are. Well, we're gonna skip the winning numbers for now to maintain the suspense about whether we've won or not. I'm gonna from these rows. Give me. There's 12 of them total. Give me 3 numbers, 1 through 12.
The third one.
The third one. All right. Let's take a look. Let's see what the prize would be. It's a $20 prize for us. Let's see what the number is. It is a 9. That's not going to do it for Sapphire. Does anyone have a 9 out there, Chris?
Let's see. We're looking through here. I feel like I did see one. Oh, it's Bone Amputees.
Nice. Bone Amputee doing excellent today. I'm going to go ahead and scratch away this one because I accidentally revealed a little too much of this one. It's a 27. That one. This is a free one, Sapphire. It's not going to count as one of your 3. This is my mistake. As a 27, did anyone... Sapphire did not have a 27. Did anyone else have a 27, Chris?
No, they did not. We got close.
Don't nobody want your pizza?
Indeed. And you know what? If it's coming from the Ninja Turtles, nobody wants that pizza. Nobody wants a pizza for a bunch of smelly-ass turtles in a sewer.
That's not your
I will be honest. If anybody can go find Ron Funch's stand-up on the Ninja Turtles, it is hilarious and excellent.
Okay, so the second row, the first one.
Second row, first one. So this is number 5 over here. This one right here, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, we're scratching away with the coin that my family smuggled out of Cuba for $10. Or no, it's $100. It's $100. And it is an 11.
I know.
Someone had to have had the 11, right?
Yes, we've had a couple of people with 11. So we've got Sun King and Fustu, both.
Nice. Nice. Sun King, the benevolent god of this show.
I'll just check out your series.
Where do you want your last one, Sapphire?
Okay, just maybe, let's just go straight up and down. We got a 4 and then a 27, so right below that one.
All right, let's do it.
Third over.
This will be for $10. Let's take a look.
My final chance.
It is a 1! That is going to do it for you. That is going to be 10 points.
Oh, that's great.
Sapphire. Oh,
and it's going to be some points for other folks, too. We've got points going to Sun King. We've got points going to Pelican Yawning and to Pustu.
I love it. Yeah. That's a lot of points out there. Sapphire,
finally,
you want to talk some smelly superheroes with us before you go?
I'll try.
Yeah, there's no pressure. There's no pressure here. This is a for fun. There's no points on the line here. Is there a bracket here that's calling to you? The matches that are still left are Batman versus She-Ra. We got Wolverine versus Toxie. We have Jessica Jones versus Popeye. Flash versus Hellboy. We got Rorschach versus Swamp Thing. Spider-Man versus Superman. And Deadpool versus Aquaman. Any of these matchups calling to you? It's okay if not. We can just... Oh, we lost Sapphire. It might have been a phone issue. Feel free to call back, or if you want to just let it go and not be on the spot having to pick a stinky superhero, go ahead. I feel like, Chris, we should maybe pick one. Oh, there's Alien Bob. Bobo, welcome.
Hey, guys.
Thank you for all those flyers.
You are welcome. I don't see them getting any calls, but especially the shifty ones.
I mean, they might. I like that you went double QR codes. It never occurred to me. When I've designed them,
shifty, you had to.
Yeah, you got it. You got to put Shifty in a jail of QR codes.
Well, when he was centered in it, and I had the one QR code, I was like, this just seems just unbalanced. I had to have another.
It's I like how much attention you call to the QR code. I feel like, Alien Bob, you are a man who has some thoughts on the smell of superheroes. Are any of these particular brackets calling to you?
As far as the stinkiest heroes?
Yeah, is there one of these matchups you want to think about and talk through with us?
I would say Toxic Avenger has to be a smelly dude.
You want to do Toxic Avenger versus Wolverine?
Yeah, I have a feeling that Toxic Avenger, just based off of his name, has to smell worse than Wolverine.
Now, here's the thing. We talked about this a little bit with Avi. I feel like the Toxic Avenger, I mean, he does live in the dump, without a doubt. That's gonna factor in the way that the turtles live in the
But he's also been mutated, so I don't know if his mutation would cause the smelliness to be worse.
Exactly, and he's a janitor, right? Chris, was he like cleaning up and he put some stuff in the trash like a toxic barrel over his wall? I don't remember exactly how he got mutated.
No, they spill it on him because he's like a nerd, right?
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, I think they like attacked him with it.
Yeah. He gets attacked with toxic waste. But he is a janitor, and he's always mopping. I feel like there is some potential that the Toxic Avenger might just smell like a lot of chemicals, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he might just smell like uncut ammonia, which also not a great smell. Not a great smell.
I was curious to see, like, what does toxic waste smell like? And interestingly, it says it can smell like hydrogen sulfide, so rotting eggs. It could have but certain toxic materials like nerve agents are completely odorless.
Ooh, I think Toxic Avenger definitely a nerve agent, right?
Yeah, actually, nuclear waste, while dangerous, does not have a distinct smell, and its toxicity is not related to odor.
Wow. All right, so the toxicness, not really a factor. The dump is going to be the biggest factor.
Okay, so doing a small Google of it, apparently the character is consistently picked as having a terrible smell.
Oh.
But do we think that he actually has a terrible smell? Does he canonically have a terrible smell?
And is it worse than Wolverine? Like we were talking a little bit about the Wolverine of it all before, and like so he's from 1900, which actually I think is a bad argument because people did not smell bad in the past. There were other ways of cleaning yourself rather than a full shower. But
he's also in spandex most of the time.
He's in spandex a lot. He's running around. He's got a lot of hair. He's sort of short. He drinks a lot. But he also has
shortness is coming into his smell.
I think it's going to smell like Shifty, right? It's going to be cigarettes and booze.
Well, he's a cigar man. He's gonna have an aroma. He's got a musk. Wolverine definitely has a musk.
Right. That's right.
He's a man who does hard living, right? Because he heals. So this guy just like every night he's probably doing shit that would kill anyone else. No effect to him.
One of my favorite moments in a Wolverine comic is when he reveals that when he's dating a girl early on, he gets a tattoo of her name to show how committed he is, but because of his healing powers, it disappears in a few weeks, and so does he.
Ooh. That's a bold ghosting. What a piece of shit Wolverine is.
A bold ghosting from Wolverine.
Wow. You know, he does have one of those, like, quote-unquote nice guy aspects, you know? Like, he whines about Jean Grey, but he sucks. And I think Jean Grey can kind of smell it from a mile away. But the question we have before us is, can you, Alien Bob, smell Wolverine from a mile away?
No.
You think Toxie is the worst smelling between the two? Wolverine versus Toxie. Wolverine's got he's got the musk, but it does not overcome living in the dump. Janitor be damned. Doesn't matter how cleanly Toxie is. You're going Toxie. All right, I need the rest of people's bids in here. Are we feeling Wolverine? Are we feeling Toxie? Chat? Get him in. We need a final
I'll leave it
answer.
open. I'm going to hop to a dentist appointment.
Ooh. All right, well, call back after. Report to us about the dentist.
Will do.
All right. Bye, Bob.
Bye.
Pelican yawning. A doctor. Perhaps a dentist himself. We don't know for certain. Oh, no, he's not. He's just Shifty's general practitioner.
Yeah, he's a GP.
Right.
He might be an internist.
We've seen a lot of Toxies, but I'm starting to see more Wolverines. Can the tide turn? Am I going to get more Wolverines in the chat? Can Wolvie pull this out? Can he get Toxie into a draw? I don't even know what we do in a draw, Chris.
We have to get some of those.
If you are sitting on this, you gotta get him in. Lone Skull Comics going Toxie. I mean, personally, I do not get a vote in this, but I think Wolverine probably smells worse than Toxie. I think Toxie's a clean guy. He's a janitor. You know?
I don't know.
People are being prejudiced against him just because he lives at the dump. That's some classist shit. I think it's going to be Toxie, though. I'm not seeing enough Wolverines out there.
No, it's a...
Not seeing them.
Yeah, really serial coming in with Toxie. I mean, it is pretty going hard in the paint in that direction.
People are loving Toxie as the winner of that bracket. I was not expecting Wolverine to, be out so soon. Not expecting that. Now you guys get to watch me cycle through layers.
Ooh, I love that. That's my favorite part of the program.
That's the best part of the program, when you get to see how many fucking ellipses did I make to make this bracket.
I don't know if the audience truly appreciates the amount of craft and time that goes into making all the stuff that you do. It reminds me a little bit of a story I heard about Picasso once.
Oh, it is art day. Oops, that didn't work out.
It is art day.
What is your story about Picasso?
Well, Picasso was at a little outdoor cafe, and a lady came up to him and said, "Picasso, I love your work. Can you please can you sign this napkin, maybe draw a little something?" And so Picasso does a signature. He does his little drawing, and then he tells the lady that that'll be $500. And the woman goes, "But Picasso, it took you 2 minutes to draw that." And he said, "Yes, but it took my whole lifetime to be able to draw that in 2 minutes."
Wow, Picasso.
Yeah. I've also heard that story told about Dali, but they're both kind of the similar kind of ilk who would do that.
As someone who struggles sometimes to invoice my worth, I respect that. Invoice your worth, everyone. Don't let people get away with paying you less than you're worth.
Nothing's getting cheaper.
Somebody wants a napkin from you, you charge them $500.
Yeah.
And more than that, because these are 1950s dollars, like $2,000 for a napkin. Maybe that could be a prize, Chris.
A napkin with a drawing on it? Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
A napkin with a drawing on it. We still have one prize. Actually, let's take a look at that. We have not looked at the leaderboard.
Yeah, we gotta check out that
any
prize
of that
wall.
stuff. Let's look at the leaderboard first. Is that
leaderboard first? Let me just do a sort real quick to make sure that I didn't. But everybody's points are up to date.
Oh, You know what?
There you go.
I keep forgetting to do something every time. And that's
What's
to
that?
fix the leaderboard. I have
Oh, well, never mind.
You remind me next time. We're just
Do you want
chatting
just a quick
before
rundown
the
of
show.
points?
Yeah, give me a rundown. Who's in the top 10?
Okay. So our top 10, obviously, number 1 high atop is Sleeve McDykel. Coming in second place, we've got Pustu. Third, Sun King. Fourth, Shifty Marchand. Visk is coming in after Shifty, and then we're rounding everything out with Avi, Bon Amputee, Alien Bob, Clarky here, Really Cereal, and believe it or not, Jubakis, who has never come back.
Wow, still in the top 10. Jubakis also got some
yes,
wonderful cards.
They received prizes, and then
Jubakis received these beautiful Kojak cards, which could be yours too. Oh, there's Sapphire again. Sapphire, welcome back. You want to do some superheroes with us?
You just when you were talking about the worth and the napkin and stuff, can I share a story that my friend just told me?
Absolutely. Is it? I have to ask you because you could win some serious points. Is this a ghost story or a relationship gone wrong story?
Or is it a whine/complaint about something?
Yeah, is it a complaint? You could win points that way too.
No, it's not a complaint. I'm gonna say it's probably gone wrong for one of the people involved.
Is it a relationship story?
Yeah,
tell us this story,
wannabe.
And then do you want to tell us a ghost story? You want to tell us this story and then tell us a ghost story?
Sure.
Do it. All right. So what's your friend's story?
Okay, so she's telling me, so this guy wants to hook up with her, and he keeps showing up with, like, food and, like, I don't know, fancy stuff, shrimp, whatever, and, so they do dinner, and, they're hanging out, whatever, right, and he shows up with ice cream, and, like, all the stuff, right, and so they're like, all right, cool, hey. And she's like, yeah, whatever, and then, like, after a couple weeks, right, no action, he gets no action, because she's not interested, right?
Right.
And... But whatever, it's good to have good fun with meals and friends and stuff. So he turns around and gets all fucking burnt, and he's like, listen, that's almost like $200 worth of food that I brought over all this time, right? And she's like, right. Yeah, well, just so you know, you're going to be in the negative and the red because each time you came over, you used our facilities, shower, you stayed the night a few times, and it's $200 just on rent just to stay here, by the way. And so she smacked it right back at him, and he was like, oh. And I just thought it was great.
Wait,
but great comeback. Yeah,
I love that as a comeback. Definitely, if somebody is being a sex pest, invoice them. I think that's great advice. But I have a question because there's a part of this story that I just don't. It's not quite tracking for me. So this guy was just showing up at your friend's house with shrimp, like a platter of shrimp. Am I understanding that correctly?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. She didn't elaborate, but I mean, they would make it into, some dish or whatever. I mean, I didn't ask the details. I just thought that her reply was brilliant.
That is a brilliant reply. You do have a ghost story for us, Sapphire?
Oh gosh.
Before you start it, though, we have to do our branding for it because this is very important.
Okay.
Very important.
Yep. Dun, dun, dun. That's fine. Are you there?
Yep, we're here. You don't hear the intro music because it just doesn't come in very well on the phone.
Okay.
So we're now playing Ghosted. So you're going to tell us your ghost story. And then what's going to happen is we're going to have people in chat rate it 1 to 5. And based on the average of the score, rating for, like, is it a good story? Just like, did it move people? Okay. Did it track with them? Did it spook them? Anything like that. All the qualities we look for in a ghost story. They're going to give us a score 1 to 5, and we're going to take the average of that. We're going to give you a lot of points based on how well people receive the story. So please, Sapphire, proceed. Tell us your ghost story.
I'm worried. Not on that list. All right, well, I'll tell you one of my, I guess, most intense and most recent, really. So I was living on a property for about 5 years. And there was all kinds of stories I heard in the neighborhood about this property, and like some people that had lived there before, a family, like they wouldn't even like go on the property. They wouldn't even let the kids go on. It's terrible, crazy stories. And I was like, well, okay. And I was seemed to be fine, so whatever. So then one night I'm kicking it with my partner there, and like literally all of a sudden, like my back just hurt. I mean, it just hurt like really bad, like my spine. And I already have like back stuff, so I was like, I don't know what's going on, but like I think I need to like lay down, right? And so he's like, okay, maybe I'll get you some, Tylenol or whatever. And I was like, yeah. And I don't really remember anything until about, I'm going to guess maybe 3 or 4 hours later, I woke up or came back to outside in a sleeping bag on a chair, like, what the fuck is going on? No clothes. And I'm like, hello? And he's like, oh, good, you're back. And I'm like, what's going on? Mind you, I had been with this guy for a long time, totally trust him, okay? So he said that basically I had been possessed. He said I, at one point, took off all my clothes, went to run down the road naked. He had to pull me back. He said at one point, and I got to get a little graphic here, I literally took a poop in the yard. Whoa. Just like riding. And he showed me that I pooped in the yard, and I was like, dude, I don't remember any of this. Like, you're shitting, you're shitting me, but, and I've never, it's like it makes you a believer. So I don't know what to say, except for like literally I was taken over. It was spine pain to start off with, and then just gone, just nothing. And came to, like I said, naked in a sleeping bag outside. And he said that I told him, well, you're kind of versed in, doing saging and like all this kind of stuff. Like, why didn't you try to, I don't know, exercise me or whatever? And he said he could tell that I wasn't being injured, and so he just let it ride. And I said, I'm not sure how I feel about that right now.
Yeah, I feel like your partner might have just wanted to watch and see where this was going.
I mean, on the other hand, exorcisms are pretty intense and kind of violent,
Yeah.
Well, he did say that. And so I was like, okay, so that's weird. So thankfully it was nighttime. He did say at one point, and I forget why, that he did consider calling an ambulance for me, but then he opted out, and so I was like, that probably was a better idea. I don't want to end up in the funny friggin', department of the fucking hospital, but that's my most intense one. And however, I didn't really experience any of it personally. So
wow, that's a crazy ghost story. I have to ask.
Definitely is a twist.
Definitely a twist. I have to ask you some follow-up questions, Sapphire. Has anything like this happened to you before or since this event, or was this a one-time possession?
No, and I don't think I was drugged or anything like that. And I mean, I tell you, I was date rape drugged once in a club, and that was a joke. Like, give me a break. But I was like, anybody try to come at me with anything, I just bite their shit off. Come on, like, what is this supposed to seriously make me like? No, whatever. But so that's my most intense one.
Wow.
That's my most intense.
Did you?
But I don't.
And you were sober for this, right? Or was there anything recreational?
Yes, sir, I was. Yes, sir, I was. I mean, we were just kicking it. I mean, we just had like dinner. I mean, just random. Now,
so you just
that property
possessed.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Now that property, like I said, there's a lot of I want to say folklore because I wasn't there for it, so I can't say for sure. However, I did notice that when I was on property with my partner, we would have way more disputes than we would anywhere else. And it just seemed like there was this constant, like, just churning of negative energy between, like, all the other houses and neighbors and stuff. It was like there was just never really peace,
Interesting.
And I did have one dream that was so freaky that I went to my neighbor's in the middle of the night and just curled up on the edge of his bed and was like, "Don't mind me." And it was it was a white goat, which is weird because apparently goats are not necessarily supposed to be whatever. But so there's me, and I'm got this goat. It's a female, and she's having baby, and then I'm helping. I do have a calling towards midwifery, so that was like all normal and everything. And then all of a sudden, the goat just goes whack negative, takes me and pins me down, right? And is like obviously trying to go for my life. And I'm like,
whoa,
what the fuck is going on? And it just, yeah, and I'm like, whoa. And it's like, something like, you're going to die or you're going to try to kill me. And I was like, what? I remember asking, I think I asked something like, why me? Or like, or something. And it was just like going in for the kill. And I woke up, and one of those, you feel it fully, And I can usually handle dreams. This one was like, okay, that was just
people possession, animal possession. It is all happening at this one location.
And I was like, this is like, fuck off, I'm going. I just straight up, I just walked right in the door. And didn't even know.
If anybody wants to get possessed and take some unwanted shits, hit Sapphire up, find out the address, go to this place. You get possessed and you crap in the lawn. Sapphire, this is a great story. I want to see where we landed with points on this. Let's take a look. So, chat, get him in. I want to know 1 to 5, 5 being the best. How would you rate Sapphire's story of possession, of just shitting in the yard possession? I'm seeing a 4 from Pelican Yawning. This is extra embarrassing. I am going to award the 10-point bonus. That does have a plot twist. That's going to be a 5-point bonus. Did we learn something about the human condition? I feel like I lost some knowledge about the human condition. I am so mystified by what happened to you. I don't think I can give you that 5-point bonus. I'm seeing a lot of 5s in the chat right now. I'm seeing a 5 from Sun King, seeing a 5 from Shifty, seeing a 5 from Really Cereal. If there's any more ratings...
Did you film any of it? Come on, and he's like, I was making sure you're okay the whole time. I'm like, oh god, okay.
You know what? I was a little skeptical of your partner in as much as he didn't seem to intervene during this, but the fact that he didn't film it, no. I feel like that's what you want in a partner. You do not want a partner just filming you taking a shit in the yard while you're possessed. I would hope that my wife would never film me taking a shit in the yard when I am not Copus Mentis. That's that's like a baseline, good relationship. If someone will not film you,
I don't remember any of it. You're like, you didn't film any of it.
Yeah. Chris,
yeah, no, you're right.
If there's anybody else, get those in, because we're gonna start averaging them up. Chris, start adding them up. Belden is giving you a 4. Would have gone for the full 5 if the partner had done an exorcism. Not really Sapphire's fault. This is definitely on the partner's shoulders. I do feel like, though, we should probably get your partner 2 points for not filming you taking a shit. That's good partner behavior. Chris, add that in. Sapphire's partner 2 points.
So it's just over. It's just over 4.5. So maybe we have
That's
to round
gonna be the
up
full. Yeah, we're gonna round up to the full 5. That's gonna be 50 points for the story, Sapphire. It's gonna be 10 on top of that because it's extra embarrassing, and the plot twist will be another 5 on top of that. This is a 65-point story.
And then 2 points for not taking a video of.
But that goes to the partner. Those do not go to Sapphire. Those 2 points go to Sapphire's partner. If Sapphire's partner ever calls in and wants to share those points with Sapphire, we can award those points to Sapphire. But I can't be just removing points.
Okay, 65 it is.
Sapphire, this is an amazing story. Before we let you go, do you have any superhero thoughts? You had to go before we took a look at it last time. Do you have any thoughts, or you wanna save it for somebody else?
I think that this is not my thing.
All right, I hear you. Thank you for your call. Thank you for that 65-point ghost story.
Well,
I'm
thank
loving
you.
the ghost stories. Thank you, Sapphire.
All right, you guys have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.
Chris, I feel like this might be a good time to take a look at some voicemails. What do you think?
That sounds like a great idea.
We
Let's
got
listen
some
to those
excellent
voicemails.
ones. Let's find out what we got on this tape.
You have 4 new messages.
Hey guys, I'm just driving to do some errands, and I had a good joke for you. What do you call a can? Not what do you call? Sorry, I fucked that one up.
You're a loser. Call me back, please.
Hello, this is Carol Channing calling. You know, I was watching the show last week, and I saw that Howard was wishing Visk's mom a happy birthday, and I didn't even know that it was Visk's mom's birthday. Oh, I felt like a fool. I didn't even say anything myself. I forgot to get her a card. I hope that this message of my heartfelt happy birthday wishes from Carol Channing to Visk's mom can make up for that. Thank you so much. Bye.
So this is Shifty. I'm going to give you my review of A Girl's Best Friend. It's a terrible movie. It's I'm not sure what year it is, late 1970s. I don't know. I can't find anything about it. It stars Ron Jeremy and Juliette Anderson. Very young Ron Jeremy, and I don't know why Juliette Anderson was a porn star, because she's not very attractive. They're a mother and son team who are cat burglars who are trying to steal diamonds from rich people. And it's got terrible disco music throughout the entire thing. There's very few sex scenes. It was probably the first, I think it was the first movie I ever saw as like a 12 or 13-year-old, so it made me a man.
End of new messages.
That's going to be negative 10 points to Shifty for telling us a gross story. Oh, I love Shifty's phone calls. I never know what we're going to get, Chris, and it's always good. It's always good.
I also appreciate, so Ron Jeremy and this woman are a mother-son team of burglars?
Yeah, mother-son team of burglars.
And he's surprised that there's not more sex in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got less bang for his pornographic dollar than he was expecting, is what I'm
My goodness. My goodness.
You know, Chris, I had mentioned that we were going to give 100 points for the art contest, but I have another prize on top of that I am
that'd be great.
to the mix. Oh, we're getting a call from an unknown number.
Oh, great.
Unknown caller, you're on Desperate Losers. Who is this?
This is Belden.
Belden!
Oh.
Belden, I have heard tale, and I will not dox you, but I have heard tale that you have a special relationship to Shifty Merchant. Is this true?
That might be true.
Do you want to disclose this relationship, or would you like it to remain shrouded in mystery?
I don't know if Shifty would like me to disclose that relationship. You have
right.
to tell me, because I can't see the Twitch while I'm on the
I will
phone.
tell you,
Let me
Shifty,
know
do you
if
want
it's,
this relationship between Belden and yourself to be revealed? Would you like it to remain shrouded in mystery? While we wait for that answer, Belden, how are you? This is your first time watching, right?
Yeah.
All right. How are you enjoying the show so far?
Oh, it's good. I'm not going to say it's my first time watching. It's my first time watching live. Like, I've been told certain portions of certain shows are pretty good. I needed to watch them. So.
I can imagine which portions those were. I think you probably were instructed to watch a little bit of dental advice we were given last week. Some bathing advice that went along with that. We learned a lot last week.
I think you did learn some stuff, though.
Yeah, a lot of Shifty lore
pretty accurate, right?
was built in the last. It was, I think, the last episode. It might be my favorite episode of Desperate Losers so far.
Yeah.
So Shifty's saying that this may be his brother. Is this Shifty Merchant's brother?
This is Shifty's brother.
Wow, the famed brother who may have been responsible for putting up a poster that got Birdie to call in was it the University of Missouri that Birdie called in from, Chris?
Yeah, but then she was in Vermont. She's always in a different state every time she calls.
No. That's Chronic Sonic. Birdie
that's Chronic
is that
Sonic.
woman who called us once and never called again.
Right. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. There's a lot of lore to keep track of in the Desperate Losers universe. The Desperaverse. Did you come here to play some games? Shifty's brother, would you like to play?
I thought I'd do the superhero thing.
You want to do the superhero thing? I love it.
That's great.
I love it.
Also, let's not just refer to Belden as Shifty's brother. That's unfair. He's his own person.
He's his own person. But you know what? Until Belden becomes his own person,
What?
he's, in my mind,
like
he's
I
still
can live
Shifty's
in
brother.
that shadow and be okay with that.
What are you feeling, Brother O Shifty? Which superhero matchup do you want to do in the first round? We got Batman versus She-Ra. You want Deadpool versus Aquaman.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Let's talk about it. What's your initial feeling? Before we even talk through the source of their smelliness, do you have a pick in this fight?
So my initial gut reaction's got to be Deadpool. I mean,
yeah,
I got reasons, but the initial gut one has got to be Deadpool.
I mean, he's in tight spandex, he's jumping around, he's swinging swords and shooting guns.
His flesh is rotting.
His flesh is rotting underneath the mask.
Exactly, that's the one. The
right,
dead
and people think,
rotting.
people think that with Aquaman, that of course he smells fine because he's in the ocean. But here's the twist: is we are not talking about Aquaman in the ocean. We are talking about on land Aquaman. And I think that when Aquaman is on land, Aquaman smells like shit. And I'm going to say, just to make it fair, because Deadpool's a tough one, we're talking about Aquaman a week in on land. It is a week of Aquaman being on land versus Deadpool in his sort of average state of rank.
Well, I'm going to have to give you at least a little credit on this one by throwing that in there because, Aquaman, you got to think about it. He wouldn't think to actually shower or bath. He's constantly in the water.
No.
So,
yeah.
I mean, you got at least 2 days of hardcore stinking there for sure. So I'm kind of with you on that one. But, man, it's going to be hard to get past the rotting flesh on Wade.
At a certain point, though, you got to imagine that Deadpool's flesh is no longer actively rotting, right?
I don't know. Have you ever been around a morbidly obese person and the skin is just in a fold and just rotting?
Yeah, I have. But eventually that becomes acute to the point where something has to happen. You know what I mean? Deadpool has been rotten of face for a very long time. I feel like at this point, that infection has to be dealt with in some way.
Yeah. I don't know. You might be swaying me here.
I just
this is the addition of the weekend on land.
Yeah, I can't have a dog in this fight. I'm not allowed to have a dog in this fight. But I want it to be. I put these two together because I do feel like it's competitive. It is hard to know between these two men which one is gonna smell terrible. Chris, we don't hear your thunder. You're good.
Okay. It was loud and surprising because it's sunny out and I can't actually see any clouds. So at first I thought it was maybe a whole truck turning over somewhere.
Are you sure there's not just a man on your roof waving a big piece of sheet
metal? A big piece of sheet metal? No, the only man who would do that is not here right now.
Oh, nobody's doing Foley work on your roof right now?
No.
So, Belden, what are you feeling now? What do you feel now that we've kind of talked it through a little bit? You're seeing some of the pros and cons of both of them. It could be, though. I mean, does Deadpool have superpowers, or is he just kind of a badass?
His superpower is the death factor. So, like Wolverine that is constantly healing, he's constantly dying.
Yeah, I feel like maybe he is necrotic all the time. Maybe he isn't healed. Maybe he is just rotten, like all the time. So this might be a constant rotting flesh situation.
I think I'm going to go with my initial thought because of the spandex and the suit and all the sweat capturing. Get in there, you know he's not washing the suit.
No, you know he's not washing the suit. But you know what? In Aquaman's defense here, Aquaman also in spandex, also definitely not washing the suit.
Oh, interesting. So Wolverine and Deadpool both have healing powers, but their healing factors work very differently. Deadpool's constantly creating dead cells to replace other cells that are perpetually dying, as opposed to healthy ones like Wolverine. So Wolverine is always healing. Deadpool is just replacing necrosis with more necrosis.
I see. So, you shoot off a chunk of Deadpool, another chunk of Deadpool is going to appear.
Right.
But always dead, always rotting. It's not a great smelling situation.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I'm going to have to stick with Deadpool. I do. I think I'm going to have to.
I like it. Chat, get him in. Where does everybody stand? Are we feeling Aquaman? Are we feeling Deadpool? Are we feeling the man who, it's not that he won't die, it's that he only dies. Or the man who almost certainly is going to reek of a week's worth of fish flopping around on dry land. And you got to imagine, Aquaman doesn't wash. He doesn't know the customs of land people. Just fish stankin' as he walks the earth. Sun King going Deadpool. Sapphire Blue Ink also going Deadpool. Sapphire Blue Ink didn't feel confident in their superhero selecting, but I'm seeing a lot of confidence in the chat, and I like it. I like to see some growth there. Chat, I'm giving it to you big. What are you feeling? You feeling Deadpool? You feeling Aquaman? Who smells worse? I haven't seen Pooh Stew guess. Pooh Stew guess. Bone Amputee going Deadpool. This is feeling like a breakaway for Deadpool. I had seen some Aquamans before. Chris, if you answered before, get him in again. Because it's kind of hard to know if people change their answers. So we're accepting answers from this last little batch of Deadpools going forward. Seeing that Aquaman from your brother. This is there's like a civil war between brothers going on right now. Aquaman Deadpool competition between Shifty and Pelton. Is this like? Tell us about young Shifty. What was young Shifty like while we wait for people to get their answers in?
Well, not like now.
So this is an evolution. Today's Shifty is an evolution.
It's an evolution.
So have you guys switched places? Was growing up, was Shifty always in trouble, or rather, were you always in trouble and Shifty was the goody two shoes, and now you're like you got like you're more on the
incredibly accurate. Yes, that's
wow.
About how it was. Yeah.
So you guys got like a Mycroft Holmes, Sherlock Holmes thing going on.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm actually kind of waiting. I know he doesn't want to follow one of these incredible ghost stories, but Shifty's house is legitimately haunted. So.
Yes, he lives there, so we assumed it was.
There is a creature skulking in Shifty's house. That much we can know for certain. What is the situation with that lawn? I'm sure you've seen it in real life. Like, I don't even know how he's like barbecuing, standing in like 3 feet of weeds. I'm just shocked by it every time I see pictures.
I'm not sure when the last time the barbecue happened out there, because it is a little tall right now.
It's recent. Every now and then we get like a little image of a steak Shifty has cooked, and he mowed those weeds. That's the update. Shifty, send us pics. I want to see how mowed these weeds are, because I saw your YouTube video of you mowing your lawn, and it looked like you did about 15 minutes and gave up. All right, I think we have enough guesses. Where does it stand, Chris? Where are we at in Aquaman versus Deadpool?
Well, it's actually barely edging out towards Deadpool. We've got
barely edging out.
Yeah, we've got 3 for Deadpool and 2 for Aquaman.
Wow, if anybody out there was thinking Aquaman but has not said it, you could turn the tables right now, because I'm going to give it to Deadpool if I do not hear from anybody. Got a copy of Deadpool in there. Anybody out there going to defend our friend Aquaman?
No.
Anybody going for it? Nobody wants it. Deadpool is gonna take it. Deadpool is the man to beat.
So I don't know a ton about Aquaman. I know that he can telepathically talk to fish, but like, are they compelled to help him, or are they helping him of his own free will?
I think they're just kind of doing him a solid.
Cause like, I don't know.
That's the
as long
situation.
as they're choosing to be participants.
I think they're
Yeah.
bored.
I don't know. Can fish
Aquaman's
consent?
reaching out like, hey, you want to come do this for me? And they're like, oh yeah, let's do that.
I'll tell you, Milkshake, that's spoken like a man who's never kept fish or been fishing. Because let me tell you something, fish can certainly not consent.
I mean, of course I don't keep fish. They're disgusting. And they do nothing. Having a fish in your house is just a set of chores with no, like, there's no joy in it. Why would you ever have a fish?
I had a 100-gallon tank for a while in another life. And it was fun for a time. And I did it probably for like 6 or 7 years. And then when I was done, I was so done that I just gave everything away. And I put it up on Craigslist, and a group of Hasidic Jewish men showed up and just took everything, including the fish. And then they were judgmental about my fish. And I was like, seriously, dude, I'm giving you free fish. Get out of here.
Wow.
I'm thinking piranha. So, like, if you had piranha, that'd be fun, right?
I knew a guy who kept a piranha in a bucket in a fraternity house.
I would just be constantly afraid of that tank, like, breaking and those piranhas getting all over me. I wouldn't want
I'm not
piranhas in
entirely
the house.
sure how many you can have in a tank together.
Oh, yeah, do they fight
I've
each
heard
other?
They don't fight. They don't play well together. So having one is not nearly as much fun as a whole bunch, but
Yeah.
you're gonna have a lot of loss.
You know what I always was fascinated by? Not piranhas, but in the same environment of the piranhas, there is a fish that has human teeth. Have you ever seen these pictures?
Oh, that's horrifying. No.
Wait, hold on a second. Chris, you let me know when you got one.
I got one.
Oh, that's awful! That's terrible!
Yeah. Please show it to our friends.
And I'm glad that I can.
There you
Oh
go.
my god! This show has become a dental horror story show. I hate this.
I'm so happy that I can't see the Twitch feed right now.
I hate this. Let me tell you something. These are not healthy gums from this fish either. This fish is due for a cleaning.
It uses its teeth to crush nuts and fruits. I used to know a plant guy in Greenpoint who had a big tank of these.
Oh, wait, there are sea nuts?
They're river nuts. They're Amazonian, like the piranhas.
There's river nuts?
Yeah, there's mad river nuts. I'm up in my eyeballs in river nuts all the time. You're not?
No. I gotta
Wow.
say, I've never
Your
been to
loss.
the river and been like, what's with the nuts?
I'm sitting there thinking to myself, wait a minute, what happened to, like, plankton and worms and grubs and stuff? And you're talking about nuts. Wow.
Now, here's the best part about the pacu, right?
It's got a tongue, too.
There have been reports. They're called in the local dialect the ball cutter. Because in Papua New Guinea, they have a few times mistaken actual human nuts for for tree nuts.
No.
And so they castrated a couple guys.
No. No, I do not want to get castrated by a thing with infected gums. No. Awful. Chris, you've ruined this show.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to misappropriate points and ruin the show.
Wow. Do you want to leave us with any parting thoughts, brother of Shifty? Because I need a palate cleanser. I need to not be thinking about these nut chomping fish.
Ooh, spotted in New Jersey and Illinois last year.
No, they're spreading? No.
Yeah.
No. No, I do not need to think about these fish just in the Chicago River, just chomping on old, like, gangster corpse nuts. I do not need that.
Hey, they can't go in the Chicago River ever since Dave Matthews Band dumped all that shit
Oh,
in
that
it.
shit into it. But maybe they like it. Maybe they're just eating shit. Ugh. I don't like that they can survive outside of benutted rivers.
Let's see. If you are looking for employment opportunities, do not ever work at a manufacturing plant without air conditioning.
Wow. That's great advice. And
is that what's wrong with Shifty?
That's what's wrong with me too.
I hope that you have a strong union, because
wait, are you guys both at the same place or different places?
Yeah, same place.
Wow,
are you guys in the union?
That's a sitcom. I like it.
It's not a union shop, no.
It's not a union shop. Of course it isn't. If you was a union shop, you'd have air conditioning. Oof, that's rough, man.
You're not wrong, right?
I know. If you guys unionize, I want the whole story. I want the weekly updates about your unionization efforts if you ever do it. And know that Desperate Losers would support you in any way that we possibly could. If you need us to make you promotional posters for the city of Baltimore, we're happy to help with that. If you want us to make you, we write you songs, whatever you need, we will help you with your union efforts.
Well, I'm sure that's appreciated.
Thank you so much.
Have a good show.
Thanks, Shifty's brother. I think he earned a name. I think he earned a name. Yeah. All right. Well, here's the number. Call in. We're talking superheroes. We're scratching cards. We're getting points. We still got games to play. We got Larry King Fives. We got the prices all correct. And Chris, I am noticing something.
Yeah.
I am noticing that.
Oh boy, is this thing going fast!
Oh yeah.
Only 30 minutes left to go.
We are in double points time. All points are doubled. This is where people really clean up at the end of the show. Call in 917-524-7853. We're taking ghost stories. We're taking complaints. We're taking action on the superhero bracket. We're doing it all. And while we wait for that call, Chris, where would you like to scratch on this? Win $250. This could kind of help pay down our debt here. Not a lot.
Yeah.
It would pay down our debt.
I would like to scratch all three numbers down the line on the right.
Down the line on the right. Wow, gonna leave that 11 just hanging ass out there.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the prizes we're looking at. Get those guesses in. I want 3 numbers from everybody. Let's take a look at the prizes. This one is gonna be $50. Wouldn't turn my nose up at $50. It'd be 5 times more than the most we've ever won. There's the big money, $250. And over here we have got $15. Would be pretty good. Triple our investment on this card. That would be a good investment. People out there, they're putting money in crypto. We're putting all of our money in scratch-off tickets. I'm seeing guesses from us for the orphans. I'm seeing it from Bone Amputee. I'm seeing it from Shifty's own doctor, Pelican Yawning. Shifty himself. Shifty. This is a whole there's a whole kind of caravan of people with relationships with Shifty emerging on Desperate Losers. If they ever voted in a block, they would be fearsome.
I also
Sun
appreciate
King, really
that
serious.
it's a family affair. Like
It is.
we've got brothers, we have yunkles, we've got
We have a Yunkel. We've not heard from the Yunkel in a minute. Avi, have the Yunkel call in. Love to hear from the Yunkel. And Avi, get your guess in. I haven't seen Avi guess in a minute. Pooh Stew, also notably absent. I saw him a little bit in the chat. We got 15 people watching. Nobody watching on YouTube. Had 2 before. People, they like to drop in on the YouTube. They like to see what the show is. And then they don't like it. They leave. By the way...
And why would they like it? Because it's really for people with particular tastes.
Whoa! I'm getting 2 phone calls at once. I'm going to take Shifty first, but I will take you afterwards, Poostu. Shifty Merchant, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. How you feeling, bro?
You knew I was calling.
Of course you were calling. It would not be an episode of Desperate Losers if we did not get this Shifty call.
Actually, I came home from work and I had 2 nightmares, and one of them was that I was missing the show, and I woke up and it was like 5 minutes too late to call.
That was your... You know, I had a show-related nightmare last night, too.
Did you really?
I did. I had my first stress... I have stress dreams, film industry stress dreams all the time, but I had the first one about the show. And it was that the show was starting, and I had not made any new assets. I had nothing to share with you guys.
I think we'd still have a great time, even if we didn't have new assets, because we have such a lovely, back batch of stuff, and we still have our scratchers.
That's true. But it is that constant fear of disappointing the audience that brings you things like the stinkiest superhero bracket. You know, you guys should relish in the fact that I do not sleep comfortably and am having nightmares about this show. Shifty, any dental updates for us? Did you go to the dentist yet? When is that appointment?
That's July 31st.
July 31st, the last of the month.
I'm still gonna think. I probably have either 1 cavity or 2, but I don't think I'm gonna have 0. There's no chance of 0.
This is a revision. You came in last time saying that you had 3.
I think I said I had at least 1, if not 3.
1, if not 3. All right. Well, we've gotten about 2 minutes now of Shifty. We got to do the thing we always do when Shifty calls. I want those guesses in their chat. How many beers deep do we think that Shifty is right now? It is almost 2. So traditionally that's on the higher end. But to me, this sounds like a more sober Shifty.
I'm going to say 0.
It is a much more sober Shifty.
Oh, much more sober, but not completely sober.
You're going, but no. Your guess is 0. You cannot revise, Chris.
Yeah,
you're at 0. I'm getting 7 from your doctor. Your doctor would know better than anybody else. Sapphire going 6. You got
to keep in mind that I drink every day, so it takes quite a bit of alcohol before I even start to feel it.
You're well practiced. You know, Shifty, I'm looking at this. I mentioned that we were going to do another prize for the art contest. I hope you submit for the art contest.
I hope everyone submits.
Yeah, I want everyone to submit. Because I'm going to
all of your drawings on the fridge.
Terrible.
This is the first time I'm going to offer you guys real fucking money to the winner of this art contest. Real, actual, folding money. You're going to get 100 points, of course, spendable in this show to get real, tangible shit. Like these Kojak cards. People love the Kojak card. They don't like the Kojak cards.
Something you can hold in your hand and touch and feel the texture.
You have a couple Kojak cards, don't you?
No, I do not.
You should get some. But if you win this contest, you're going to get those 100 points. And here is the big money prize. Putting it on the line, 40 Philippine dollars will be yours. Actually, they're pesos. 40 Philippine pesos I will send to you. This is
wow, that is technically money.
It is money. This is real
technically money.
And it's more than technically money. It is money. I'm sending you
Whoa.
Philippine cash in the mail. Chris, find out what the exchange rate is on this. How much is a Philippine peso worth? That's the first time we've ever offered money. But it is Art Day on Desperate.
It is 1 Philippine peso is it's about 2 cents.
All right. So nothing to sniff at here. We're talking about
70 cents.
70 cents.
Yeah.
70 cents. Almost the value of a Kojak card. Not quite the value of a Kojak card, but almost. Philippine pesos.
I know.
Taking if you win the art contest.
I know a little bit about Japan. I think like 1,000 yen is like basically $6.70 or something like that.
This is another hint for everybody guessing at home as to how many beers Shifty is in. Shifty is now taking his currency knowledge of Japan and trying to transfer it to the Philippines. Very different economy, very different culture, not even the
I'm
same
just making
language.
conversation over here.
I know, you always are. Chris, do you think we've got enough guesses in, right? We can reveal.
Yeah.
Shifty, how many beers are we in?
I just finished number 5. I'm starting 6.
Starting 6 was on 5. Chris, did anyone have 5?
Sapphire Blue? Oh, no. No one did.
I'll give the 6, though. We'll do the 6. Who had 6s?
Sapphire Blue. Which makes sense.
Yeah, basically, I finished 5 a few minutes ago, and I just started 6. So I'm on 6.
So that's going to be 10 points, doubled to 20, because we are in double time now. Shifty, you guys got to unionize. Get yourself some actual double time on the job.
He probably gets overtime.
Well, if you know anything about unions, they come with their own problems.
Oh, yeah, sure they do.
Oh, no, we know. Don't worry, Shifty.
Yeah, believe me. We work in film. We know all about problems with unions.
So you're almost, it's like you're almost better off without them than you are with them. The only real thing is you can basically say no as a group. You can just say no. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Basically it.
Yeah, but that's how you get stuff you want. You know, Chris, I'm looking at this. I realized we never really scratched these off because we got that call from Shifty. Let's scratch them real quick before we do anything with Shifty. We're looking at the 15. It was a 39. Did anyone have a 39? I'm doing the 50
Oh,
now.
boy, 39. That's a rough one. No, we did not have a 39.
That's going to be points for Shifty, though.
This is worse than an AA meeting.
Always weird for Shifty when he hears his past self in the drop. It's a 31. Did anyone have a 31?
Let's see. No.
No. That's going to be another point for Shifty, though. And the last one is
Anybody else think Belden sounds a lot like me? Because I was listening to him like it. Yeah, he sounds a hell of a lot like me.
He does sound a little bit like you.
A little
but
bit
different.
like you, but very different. Very kind of like a more subdued, maybe completely sober version of you.
Shifty, what's the birth order there?
He's my older brother by about 2 years.
Nice. Are there just 2 of you, Shifty, or are there other Shifty siblings?
Just 2.
So that's it. We've collected them all. The last one, Chris, was a 36. Did anyone have a 36?
Okay. No, we don't have any 36.
Oh. He dead.
Oh, my gosh, Shifty.
That would have been a great drop for Deadpool. If that had come up just incidentally.
Yeah.
All right. Shifty, let's play a pre-qualifying game. Let's figure out what we're going to do. I need a number from you, 1 through 3. What's it going to be?
Oh, 3.
You're going 3. And here it is. So, Shifty, you know how we play this game. This says something. There's a name of this bait and tackle store. 10 points for a correct answer. That would be double to 20. But here's where it gets interesting. The best wrong answer for the name of this bait and tackle shop is going to be worth 20 points, doubled to 40. That's a lot of points, Shifty. What do you think the name of this bait and tackle shop is? It's somewhere sunny. We're seeing palm trees. I'm seeing the kind of pines you see in the South. I'm thinking this is Florida. I'm seeing maybe some grape leaves there, some sea grape. I can't quite tell that.
I got one part of it. Now I'm trying to think of what the second part would be.
Avi going master, just master bait and tackle. I like it.
I like Stink Trap.
Stink Trap. I like Stink Trap. Very on brand for today's episode, too, since we are doing the stinkiest superhero bracket. Any other guesses out there from the chat? Anybody have a good name for this bait and tackle? Blowfish, also good. Blowfish bait and tackle. I like that from Sun King.
Jigger Me Timbers?
That's a bar's name.
Like,
Jigger Me Timbers is a pirate bar's name. Not
Hey,
not
buddy,
so much
hey,
bait.
where can I get some bait? Go to Stink Trap.
Well, no, because jigging is like a technique using a weighted float to attract fish. That's what.
Well,
There's my.
You're the outdoorsman in the Desperate.
It's
Loserverse.
weirdly it's true.
You are. You're leading that pioneer life, just wringing chickens' necks,
I don't
skinning
wring
donkeys.
any chickens'
Yeah,
necks.
you're doing all of it.
I slit their throats. It's different.
Yeah, you castrating pigs. You do it all. Pelican yawning. What was the nut-eating fish called, Chris? So I think. Oh, Chris might have frozen for me there. I might have lost Chris. Chris, log out and sign back in if you can hear me. We lost Chris. This is unprecedented, uncharted waters. I'm gonna have to do my own math.
Sorry.
Message. Oh, there she's back. She's back.
Nope.
Yeah, you're back. You're back. We see.
I am. Sorry, I sent you a message in the Discord. We're experiencing a sudden flash storm here, so.
Oh, well, that's no joke.
Yeah,
Flash
we're
storm
okay where we're situated. It's just might affect my connection here.
All right. Well, we're hoping and praying that we keep you. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Avi does have the real name of this. This is Masturbate and Tackle. I'm going to go ahead and reveal that. So Avi is going to get 20 points for actually getting it on the nose.
That actually is.
Yeah, but I am a little bit at a loss. There's so many good ones. But Shifty, I feel like I might be you. I feel like you might be the 40-point winner here, and I'm going to have to get into the leaderboard myself and add this. So Avi's getting 20.
I just like the name.
Masturbate
Stink
Tackle.
Trap.
Oh, Stink. It's great. It's fucking great, Stink Trap. I mean, first of all, you drive by a place named Stink Trap, that's good business. You're going to want to stop in to find out what the fuck Stink Trap Bait and Tackle is. Avi, this is bringing you up to 890. Shifty is now coming in at 1389.5. Still below Sun King, but ever so close to Sun King's 1,490. This is very competitive. Pustu still towering there at 1837. Shifty, you did win this, so I'm going to give you your pick. You get to decide what we're going to do. I will give you all of the winning numbers in Set for Life, or I will give you, I guess we can lose Chris since you can't really see her anyway. Or I will give you any game you like. We could play The Price is All Correct. We could play Larry King 5s. What are you feeling, Shifty?
Well, I was going to go with Ghosted because I have a story, but it's not a great story. It's not a great story. It's just my house is actually haunted, but nothing really crazy ever happened.
Let's hear it, because your brother did say your house is extremely haunted. So let's hit the music and let's find out. So, Shifty, please, tell me, Shifty, what is, Chris is going to be like a ghost for this whole thing. We're going to have to, there we go, that's fixed. So Chris is going to be our ghost for this. I didn't prepare for a situation in which I lost Chris. You know, I just don't have another layout for this. But go ahead, tell me your ghost story, Shifty. What do you got for me?
Well, basically, this house is incredibly old. It was built, they estimate, somewhere around like 1850, pre-Civil War. So I'm guessing it's changed hands many, many times throughout the years. But when my parents moved in like 1972, my mom claimed to see a blonde woman in a white dress like all the time, just like around the house. And she named her Victoria. And I've only seen her once, and my dad only ever saw her once. He was like coming up the stairs, and he saw a blonde woman going into his office. And he was like, what the hell? So he goes running up there to see who it is, and there's nobody there. But I spent a lot of time here in the mornings when my dad was at work, and I could definitely hear somebody walking around in the hallway out there. And I'd look, and there's never anybody there. But there was one day where for sure, like, my door just kept getting pushed open. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's probably just the wind, you know what I mean? Like the wind, the air pressure changes and stuff. But then I shut the door and like shut it. So like there's no way it can open unless somebody turns that knob. And I'm sitting here and I can start hearing the knob like jostling around and like getting turned back and forth, that squeaky like squeak, squeak, squeak sound. And then all of a sudden the door just comes flying open. And I'm like, oh, this fuck, you know, like it scared me and there was nothing there. And I'm like, all right, so the ghost apparently wants the door open, so I just left it open after that. So I've kind of started forgetting about it. Like maybe an hour later, I see something out of, you know, like my peripheral vision. I look over at the door, and there's a woman standing there, a blonde woman, wearing a white dress. And I'm looking at her, and like right when I look at her, she turns and walks away. That's it. I mean, I was just like,
whoa. But you saw her. How was she dressed?
Yeah, I saw her. She was like tall, 6 foot maybe, wearing a white dress, kind of see-through. She had long blonde hair, and I couldn't see her face. Like, her face didn't have any facial features to it. It was just like a blank face, and she turned and walked out of my vision, and that's the only time I've ever seen her.
You know,
but I still hear her.
You still hear her, so this is like an ongoing situation.
The house is old, and it makes lots of noises and creaks and cracks, and there's like, but I still hear like these thumpy, kind of like thump, 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 you know, like footsteps outside my door a lot.
Are there any other ghosts at your house?
Not that I know of, but she's not a mean ghost. She's a friendly ghost. She just walks around sometimes.
So when your house was built, you're in Missouri, right? And
yeah.
Missouri was like still kind of the West. Like Missouri was still kind of the frontier in 1850. You know, very like on the border of white civilization at the time. So like everybody who would have been, this house was probably built by like pioneer types, right, Shifty?
I'm not sure, but I do have a picture of my town from like I'm not sure if it's 62 or 72, and you can see our house there on the road.
Wow. So there was a road. So maybe not quite as in the middle of nowhere as I'm imagining.
Oh no, this was actually, you know, my town was actually the like biggest town in the area for a long time back then. We had a railroad and we had hotels and a big, you know, downtown.
Yeah. So, you know, probably lots of vice going on downtown. Do you have a sense of like what this woman's character is like? Does she like that you're in the house? Does she not like that you're in the house?
I would say she's pretty neutral.
She's just
kind of like, you know, she's just around. She just, you know, like I said, I've never really laid eyes on her but that one time, but I hear a lot of like people moving around in the house and there's nobody there. But my mom claimed to see her like all the time and only on the second floor of the house.
And where do you sleep? Is your bedroom on the second floor or are you on the first floor?
Yeah, the first floor is like living room, dining room, kitchen, all that stuff. The second floor is all bedrooms. It's a 4-bedroom house.
Wow.
2 stories.
Big house.
Yeah, and I live here alone.
Yeah, and this ghost doesn't mind that you're brushing your teeth somewhere between every other day and once a week. Doesn't mind that you have the lawn super overgrown. She just kind of keeps to the second floor.
Well,
Closes
you know,
doors,
I pick
walks
at
around.
it with my fingernail. She's cool with that.
Yeah.
Scrape my teeth with my fingernail and get some of the thick stuff off. It's all
Oh,
good.
God, Shifty. All right. Before we get you in deep, because I want to get the ratings in, let's take a look at the points. We're looking for a score 1 through 5. Chat, get them in. How do we feel about Shifty's haunted house story? Seeing a 5 from Sun King right out the gate.
I'm getting a friendly go. Oh, did I mention her name's Victoria? My
Yes,
mom named her
Victoria.
Victoria.
Your doctor
Yeah.
going 5 too. It's a little bit of a really serial also going 5. Let's do the bonus points while we wait for the points to come in. Was this extra spooky? I don't know. I feel like your experience with the ghost, it sort of feels like you all just kind of live with it and are kind of casual. It didn't feel extra spooky. There's no plot twist.
No, she's not all that spooky. She's friendly.
No,
she's like
yeah, she's friendly.
Victoria, the friendly ghost.
So she can't give you the plot twist. And I don't feel like I necessarily learn anything about the human condition. So we're not talking bonus points. But right now, you're getting 5s across the board. Does anyone else have a rating? Get them in. If we maintain the 5s, this is going to be a 50-point story for you. Which would double to 100 points. It would double to 100 points. That would be a lot of points. A lot of points on the line.
I got to catch up to Pooh Stew with his lucky ass.
I'm going to tell you right now, even if you get this 100 points, you will still not have even caught up to Sun King. Sun King will have beaten you by 0.5 points.
But hey, we're coming back. We're coming
back. You're coming back. I'm not seeing anything else coming in from the chat. I'm going to do it. This is 100 points. Shifty now at 1489.95. Down just... Oh, no, it's not 0.5 points. You are down... 10.5 points from Sun King. The Sun King is at 1490, but still very fruitful for you, Shifty. Very fruitful. Shifteroo, before I let you go, you wanna take a look at the superhero board? You feeling anything there? Who do you like here? Give me one of these brackets. Who do you want to talk about?
Well, let me see. I'm a little behind here.
Right,
Okay.
Here's who you got. I can give you... We can talk about Batman versus She-Ra. We can talk about Jessica Jones versus Popeye. We can talk about Spider-Man versus Superman. We can talk about Rorschach versus Swamp Thing. We can talk about The Flash versus Hellboy. We are looking for the smelliest superhero in one of these lineups. Is there one of these that is calling to you? Oh, we could probably lose this ghost music too while we're at it.
All right, I'm thinking probably Spider-Man versus Superman.
Spider-Man versus Superman, a classic. This whole endeavor of Stinkiest Superhero began with the question of how smelly Superman was. So let's talk it through, Shifty. Who do you think smells more between Superman and Spider-Man? Both of these guys sweating in spandex. Spider-Man,
I'm thinking Spider-Man smells worse. But that's just because there's a lot of things that Superman doesn't fit into. Like, first off, he's not even human. He's from another planet. He's an alien. He just looks human. So we don't know if his body even works the same way as ours does.
You think he's like a dog? You think he's not sweating and he's just panting as he flies through the air?
He's from the planet Krypton. Has it been established that he's a human being? Because I don't think he is.
Well, it's been established that he is a superhuman being. But he also, there's like a dog, that's from Krypton. There's a bunch of people from Krypton that are hanging around Earth.
Versus we know for sure Spider-Man is a human. He just got bit by a spider.
He got bit by a radioactive spider. He's a teenager. They smell, but also...
He's a teenager.
You gotta kind of keep in mind, Aunt May, I feel like, is not gonna let Peter be going around stinking
I'm thinking
too
Spider-Man is busy in his lab all the time doing stuff, and he's not spending a lot of time around other people and not
I don't think
washing
he's busy in his
versus-
lab all the time, because his lab is just the high school chemistry lab.
Based on what I've seen of the two characters in the movies, I still think Superman probably is smells way better because he's got to be in an office around other people versus Spider-Man is like somewhere by himself all the time.
Yeah. And they both of these guys are definitely like flying through the air. They're catching breezes. That's probably helping out with the stank, you know? Like whatever sweat is accumulating inside of these fetid spandex suits, it's getting a lot of breeze either way. I hope it's breathable.
They both have the breeze factor.
They both have the breeze
Superman
factor.
flies, and
Yes.
Spider-Man swings, so they're getting the airing out. They're airing out at least.
They are airing out, but it is your contention, Shifty, that Spider-Man sweats like a human. We don't know about Superman. Superman may not sweat. He may just pant like a dog.
He's Superman though. Like he's got to be like the Adonis, the perfect god of man. Like he gets his power from the yellow sun, and that kills all the odors.
Yeah. Pelican Yanni coming in with New York is hot, and I doubt his suit is breathable. Superman probably smells like vanilla and chocolate. I don't know if I'm getting the vanilla and chocolate from Superman.
I just think of Superman, and I'm like, he's Superman. He's got to smell like,
right. Both these
chip
guys,
cookies.
for all intents and purposes, they're smelling like New York. They both live in New York. But you feel Spider-Man. Chat, let's get him in. Let's make a decision here. Are we feeling Spider-Man?
My vote is for
Are we
Spider-Man.
feeling Superman? Pelican yawning. I never thought I'd agree with Shifty 100%. Going Spider-Man. Pelican yawning. You agree with Shifty more often than you think. More often than you think. I am seeing consensus between the two of you. Sun King also going Spider-Man. Sun King would know. Sun King is basically Dr. Manhattan.
That web, he shoots that web. That web could smell like ass.
Right, but now this is where it gets interesting, right? Because which iteration of Spider-Man are we talking? Canonical 1960s Spider-Man, it's a bracelet. Movie Spider-Man, it's coming out of his body.
That's not really canon.
No, that is
there's
canon.
Spider-Man where he shoots it from his wrist. There's Spider-Man
Right,
where he shoots it from a
but
device. There's canisters.
yeah, exactly. The canisters, they're not going to smell great. If it's coming from his body, that's going to smell even worse. But I'm seeing Spider-Man's all around. Nobody is going for Superman. I think Superman smells like ass, but I do agree. I feel like Spider-Man is going to smell worse. Is anyone out here going to try to go Superman, or are we just going to call this? Are we saying it is Spider-Man? So far, I am not seeing anybody for Superman. This feels like a Spider-Man win. Spider-Man.
I think it's the only win I've had all day. Like everyone I've voted for has lost.
Well, I agreed with you on Aquaman. Truth be told,
Wolverine, Aquaman, I lost on both.
Yeah, but I hadn't considered the permanent necroticness of Deadpool. Hadn't really thought about that.
That is true. The constant death.
Yeah, that's no good. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong ellipse. There we go. We're in the right place. All right, let's get our Spider-Man in the mix. Spider-Man is gonna take it the next round. We have one of our round twos up. We're gonna have Deadpool versus Spider-Man. Man, Spider-Man is gonna get hosed in that round. I do not see Spider-Man taking that one home, but you never know. People may feel that Peter Parker is a disgusting teenage boy, that he is just constantly jerking off and not showering. Maybe he smells worse than Deadpool.
Maybe when he was when he had the girlfriend, he was staying clean, but then she lost her and he just went straight into depression.
Yeah, I think we're talking early in the run Spider-Man. I think we're talking teen boy Spider-Man. We are not talking full adult employee of the Daily Bugle Spider-Man. This is teen boy Spider-Man.
He's just taking pictures. He doesn't have to stay there. He just walk in and hand them pictures and walk out.
It would be so disheartening, I think, if for everybody who, because there's so many adults that are obsessed with Spider-Man. There's so many of them that they would be horrified to learn that he is just a teenage boy.
Isn't Spider-Man 4 coming out soon? I don't know.
I don't even know where we are in the Spider-Man cinematic universe. I'm not as much a fan of the movie.
I'm pretty sure the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland is coming out either this summer or very soon.
Well, if anyone's going to know, that's going to be Avi. And unfortunately, I do not have Avi. Shifty, do you want to leave us with any parting thoughts?
Again, every time I'm off work, it just rains and rains and rains, and I can't mow my yard. But then when it's dry and I can't mow my yard, I don't want to do it then. I'm just like, I'll do it when I'm off work, and then it rains its ass off.
I think if it wasn't raining,
mow.
you wouldn't want to mow it. I think you wouldn't want to mow it.
I did mow the spot that you were talking about, and I sent a picture if you want to look at it.
I saw it. I saw it. You have mowed your barbecue spot. We have Desperate Losers has successfully shamed you into mowing where you barbecue. By the way, Shifty, are you a fan of Czechoslovak folk ballet? Because for 750 points, this album of Czechoslovakian folk ballet could be yours. You know, don't sleep on it. You got some can action going on here.
There is. I'll be watching the show and there'll be like music playing. I'll be like, I really like this music. What is this? I'm like, dude. I'm like, I have to figure out like what that is, and be like, give me that record.
Well, drop it in the chat, man. I'll tell you what it is.
The next time it comes on, I'll be like, what is this one? Give me this one.
Drop it in the chat. I'll let you know what it is that's playing, and that goes for anybody else. Anybody else curious about the hot garbage music we play on this show? I'm always happy to tell you what track is currently
Really,
on.
a very happy, like Teddy Bear's Picnic kind of sounding song.
Oh yeah, we could never run Teddy Bear's Picnic. We could never clear that.
Oh man, that's copyrighted out the ass.
Oh yeah, are you kidding? Bing Crosby's ghost would come and sue us. I would hate to be in a lawsuit with a ghost. That'd be a fucking nightmare. Thank you so much for the call, Shifty.
All right, later.
We'll catch you next week.
Yeah.
There's that number again, 917-524-7853. I'll do one more call before we go. Poostu tried to call in. There he is. Fecal Stewart. How you doing, friend? Always great to hear from you. What is going on in your world right now?
It's been kind of a weird day. I had a friend stay over last night. She needed to get back into town, so I missed the first part of the show, and then when I got home, there's a fire up the road.
Oh,
and I think the fire is pulling a lot of the data, so I couldn't get on the internet for a second, but we're finally back up and running. I'm watching the show.
This is hopefully not like an out-of-control Santa Ana wind kind of fire situation, is it?
Not so much, but it is 16,000 acres, and it's only 7 miles from my house.
Oh, damn. Well, keep an eye on that, man.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't have a Desperate Losers couch, but if we did, you, of course, would be welcome to crash on it. You sound like a man, though, who's in need of rescue. And when we're talking rescues, I, of course, think superheroes and how bad they smell. Are you feeling anybody in this lineup here?
I mean, Swamp Thing is an obvious contender.
Swamp Thing, obvious contender. What is happening? My little browser here does not seem to be updating. Let me take a look at that. What are we doing here? Yeah, that's not updating. All right. Stand by. I'm going to see if that got broken somehow. I'm going to switch this over. I think I have Chris back. Chris,
yeah,
you back?
hey. That was crazy.
Yeah, welcome back. Are you okay? What's the situation?
We're fine. We just had an intense localized storm here that just knocked out the internet, and we're on a hill, so we're okay, but
yeah,
it's just a lot. And there was a poorly placed copy of the Fellowship of the Ring on a windowsill that took a big hit of water.
Ooh, that's rough. Those boys have seen worse, though. I feel like they'll be all right. I feel like Desperate Losers maybe incurred the wrath of God lately, because we got fires by Poostu, we got sudden storms by you. This is not feeling like we have Yahweh's blessing today. Poost, I probably shouldn't be using that name either. Poostu, any of these matchups calling to you? Here's who I've got left in our round one. I got Rorschach versus Swamp Thing. I got The Flash versus Hellboy. I got Batman versus She-Ra. I got Jessica Jones versus Popeye. Any of these calling to you?
Let's do Rorschach and Swamp Thing.
Let's do it. Rorschach versus Swamp Thing. Two characters who canonically don't smell so great. Let's talk it through. Tell me about Rorschach. What are you feeling about Rorschach?
I mean, I don't think Rorschach is the kind of guy who cares that much about personal hygiene.
I mean, yes, he's not.
He's a pretty gross guy.
He's
disgusting.
canonically an unwashed trench coat guy.
Yeah. He's got
Yeah.
like 90s school shooter vibes. I hate to say that about him, but you know, because it's a painful conjuration, but he does. He has the vibe of those people. Let's talk Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing from Louisiana, so this is going to be a bayou situation. He's got orgasmic fruit on his back. He is a combination of man and swamp. Forcibly turned into Swamp Thing by Dr. Arcane. Would you go work for a man named Dr. Arcane? I kind of feel like Swamp Thing sort of asked for it. You go work for a man who lives in the swamp and his name is Dr. Arcane.
I mean, to be fair, Dr. Arcane's daughter was super hot, so.
Yeah, Abigail was a beauty, no doubt. But that is not enough. That is not enough to make me go work in the swamp for Dr. Arcane.
Okay. It would depend on what the ad was. You know what I mean? Like, what's the help wanted ad?
I feel like the help wanted ad for Dr. Arcane is going to look pretty similar to whatever the help wanted ad is to go fight for the Russian army in Ukraine.
Hey,
yeah,
Junior, I'm really
Chris?
sorry. I am gonna have to go, but
Okay.
Sending good vibes for the end of the show. I apologize. This is
All right,
getting-
no worries. Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Stay safe, please.
Okay,
Catch
will
you later,
do.
Chris.
Bye-bye.
All right, well that's ominous.
Yeah.
Hope Chris is okay. So what are you feeling? You gut instinct right now. You going Swamp Thing? You going Rorschach?
Swamp Thing is definitely my pick.
Swamp Thing is your pick. I think he's mine too in this mix, but I don't get a vote here. Seeing a lot of love for Chris. That's really nice to see. I will definitely relay that to her. Chat, what do you feel, though? You think Swamp Thing, you think Rorschach. Who of these two guys would you least want to sit next to in a tightly packed bus? Sun King going Rorschach. So this is 1-1. Swamp Thing, Rorschach, dead heat. Dead
Swamp
heat. By
Thing
the
is also goopy. You don't want a goopy thing sitting next to you. At least Rorschach is dry most of the time.
He's contained. He's contained. There's no doubt. By the way, I'm noticing here, I'm looking at the numbers. We're only one follower away from reaching our 100-follower goal. If you happen to be watching and are not following, put us up over the top. Put us up over the top. I'm seeing some Rorschachs. People are not going Swamp Thing. Now, the thing that makes me think maybe Swamp Thing doesn't smell so bad is people... So he's got those, like, yams growing on his back that give people, like, instant orgasms if they eat them. And people seem all too willing to eat those yams. I feel like if Swamp Thing was stinking to high heaven, people wouldn't want to eat a yam off his back. This might be a Rorschach. Yeah. Anybody else got a Swamp Thing in there right now? The winds seem to be favoring Rorschach. I'm seeing a lot of different spellings of Rorschach. Bone Amputee, you gotta read Swamp Thing. There is some just kinky, weird Beauty and the Beast, like yam fucking going on in Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is basically like a gross romance novel. Would you agree with this, Poostu?
I haven't read a ton of Swamp Thing, so I can't say.
You gotta read Swamp Thing. I mean, you want some just like raunchy Swamp Man Beauty and the Beast like romance story. It's Swamp Thing. People don't think of it because they think Swamp Thing is just like a gross swamp creature, but no, it's a romance story. There's a lot going on between Abigail Arcane and Swamp Thing.
I know you guys already talked Turtles, but I
We
missed
did.
it.
Yeah.
Did you talk about the original comic books?
We did a little bit, but not so much. Do you have a? We talked about like the fact that they are basically transformed by just like milked mucus from Dimension X, which has definitely got to give them a spicy tang. Did you have something you wanted to add about the Laird Eastman turtles?
I really like how the comics aren't really for kids.
No, they really aren't.
And I heard a rumor. I haven't been able to find any confirmation about this, but 20-year-old stoner comic book kid me heard a rumor that the guys that made the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic were on acid when they wrote and drew it, at least part of the time.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think they also were not expecting it to turn in to what it did. There were a lot of kind of like, comics that were just like out for a lark back then.
The story just goes off the rails. They like travel through time. They go into space.
Early too, very early. Like they start blowing their wad on crazy shit like by, comic book 6 or 7.
It's a wild read.
It sure is. But this is going to be Rorschach. That's not the result I was expecting. I was expecting Swamp Thing to do a little better.
That blows my mind. Yeah. Swamps are gross. Swamps are like made of dead stuff. That's what the mud is. It's stinky dead stuff.
Stinky dead
and he's
stuff.
goopy and wet. He's getting his goopy dead stuff all over everything.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to sit next to Swamp Thing. But then again, sit next to Swamp Thing on the bus, eat one of those yams off his back, just be having O's on public transport.
I'd want to save that yam for later.
For later? You don't want to just immediately go to town?
Yeah, I don't want
on Swamp
to do
Thing's
that
back
on
orgasms.
Not in public. Not me. Not this guy.
All right. Well, that's not your kink. I get it. You're not into public back yams. Do you have? Do you want? So this is obviously not a points game. We're just trying to determine the smelliest superhero. But I'm sure you came here to earn some points. Give me a number 1 through 3, unless you have a complaint or a ghost story you'd like to tell us.
Nah, I'm can't complain, except about how smoky and fiery it is up here, and that's nothing anybody can do about that.
No, definitely. You have your go bag ready, right, Pustu?
Yeah, kinda. I honestly, I'm not that worried about it. The fire team, there's a federal fire crew out here. They've got 6 helicopters on it. It's 16% contained, and the fire crews are camping, like maybe a half mile from my house. So like, I really, really doubt they're gonna let the fire get all the way to their base camp.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're right. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope that they get this thing under control, because
it also, the reason why it got so big is because it's in like a weird valley that's really hard to get to.
I see.
It's not endangering very many buildings, I don't think.
All right. Well, hopefully everybody knocking on wood over here stays safe. Pustu, give me that number 1 through 3. What are you feeling?
Let's do 2.
You're doing 2, and that is going to be a round of Who Is
Who is that? And who is he? We know who he is, but what about them? They look familiar, but does she and her? The answers to these questions could win you prizes galore. All of this. Who is that?
All right, we have our person, Stu. Do you know who this is?
Oh, I don't know if I do.
This person, I'll give you a little hint for free here. Person was famously on The Tonight Show a lot in his day. Kind of like a, sort of like as a fool, kind of like a notorious, here he is on The Tonight Show. Kind of a notorious figure. For 5 points, I can give you a hint here.
Yeah, sure. Give me a hint.
This person, very much part of the Ed Wood Jr. community. He was in a bunch of Ed Wood movies, helped with the financing. This person famously, supposedly slept in a coffin.
Oh.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. This person also features prominently in our countdown pretty often. Whenever you hear a series of predictions being made at the beginning, that'll be this person.
Wait, it's not Bela Lugosi, is it?
It is not Bela Lugosi. I am sorry. This is Criswell. Criswell.
Okay, I was like, slept in a coffin.
Yeah, no. It was not Bela Lugosi. Criswell famously, his family owned like a funeral parlor, and so he claimed to sleep in a coffin. I think that's horseshit. I don't think he did. But he would kind of like lead with his chin. He'd make these big predictions on TV every year, and of course they were all like completely wrong. You know, it was all stuff like, well, I mean, you heard at the top of this show, he predicted that women would rule over men and sell them like chattel property. Just predictions that never came true. Kind of a very funny and strange, interesting character. Stu, I can't give you a big game for that, but I can give you some scratches over here. This will close out the show. Give me the rest of these winning numbers. Give me 5 numbers, Stu.
Let's do 1, 11.
Hold on, just a
18.
second. I gotta write these down. I do not have a Chris to help me here. 1, 11, 18. What do you got for me next?
22 and 33.
22 and 33. I like it. Here are your answers. Looking for 1 and 11, 18, 22, and I actually only put in 333.
It looks like there's already a 1. It looks like there's already.
Oh yeah. Give me another one. Yeah, there's already a 1 in the mix here.
Let's. Does it go all the way up to 40?
Hey, I think it does.
Let's do 40 then.
We're doing flat 40. We're looking for 40 and 11, 18, 22, 33. Let's get some guesses in chat. Give me 5 apiece, and help me out too. I do not have a Chris to kind of help me with this part of it. So if I miss your number, shout it out in the chat, and I will look more thoroughly. But get those guesses in, because we're gonna quickly close out this show after I do these scratches. We'll take a look at the prizes. $100. That's pretty good. $100 over here too. $250. That'll be a grand prize. And just $5. How do you feel about this card, Stu? We're not gonna know today if we won, but we are gonna see all the winning numbers, and we will find out last time if we won. Are you feeling like this card's a winner or no?
Maybe that $3.
Could be. Is there a $3? I see a 5. I think you're thinking of this $5.
Yeah, it must be 5.
Yeah, it must be the 5
I'm watching
looking at.
man.
Ah, right, because you got that fire next door resolution. All right, I think I got enough guesses to proceed. Here we go. We're gonna look at the. Oh, there's a prize I didn't scratch. And the last prize is $50. So we'll do the $5 one first. It's a 21. Very close, Pooh Stew. Does anybody else have that 21? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the 21.
You motherfuckers are sucking all over this joint.
Oh, Buddy Rich. Let's take a look at the next one up. It's going to be a $50 one. It is a 10. Also very close. God, you're so close, dude. That's galling.
Oh, dang, there was
Bone had the 10. Oh yeah, we started this before. You know what? Give me another one. Whatever. I'm feeling generous. Give me a little bit of an advantage here, but I'll do it.
I'll do 24.
Do a 24 in lieu. That's going to be some points, though, on the last one for Bone. Shifty's got it, too. It's going to be 20 points apiece. Ooh, big money. Let me get into that spreadsheet. It's going to take Bone up to 802 points. I like it. That's a lot of points.
Moving on up.
I know. Bone Amputee, I feel like, is going to join the 1,000-air club pretty soon. Shifty, also. This is going to do it for you, Shifty. This is going to be... this is going to put you over our good friend Sun King at 1509.5. Let's take a look at one of these hundreds. It's a 26. That's doesn't do it for Fecal Stew. Does it do it for anyone else? I am not seeing the 26. We'll go. We'll do a trombone. Let's see the 100. 25. 25. God, Stu! What the fuck, man? Fortune is not favoring you. Do not buy a lottery ticket this week. No 25s out there. Last one. It's going to be the last one for the show, so I will give this the drum roll. It's an 8. Did anyone have an 8? Yes! Sun King had an 8. That's going to be 20 points for Sun King and nobody else. So there you have it. Sun King roaring back to life. Not quite enough to edge out Shifty, but close. 1498 for Sun King. 1509.5 for Shifty. Well,
are we going to do the winning numbers also?
Are we going to do the what?
The winning numbers.
No, I think we'll save those. We'll save those. I don't want to do the winning numbers. It would be terrible to like win some like $250 and not have Chris be a part of it. I don't want to do that without her.
That's true. Okay, all right.
So we'll wait on that for next week. It'll be kind of one of the first things we do, and maybe we'll have some art to share. Get them in, guys. There are 40 Philippine pesos on the line. In addition to 100 points. I feel like people want the 100 points more than they want 40 Philippine pesos. They're impressive looking, though, aren't they? Feels like that's
Beautiful.
worth more than 8 cents just as a bill.
Do you know who the guy is that's on it?
Well, let me take a look. Let me see who it is. It is... yeah, it's Manuel Quezon. He was one of the early revolutionaries in the Philippine independence movement. He's kind of like an intellectual dude. Interesting guy. This one, for anyone who's a fan of violent authoritarianism, this one is signed by Rodrigo Duterte. So, all you Duterte heads out there, you're going to want that. Poostu, I don't think you're a Duterte head. I imagine you're not a fan.
I'm not a fan of violent authoritarianism, no.
No, I don't think there's going to be a lot of Duterte heads in the Desperate Losers audience. Poostu, please stay safe. And we will see you all next week. Thank you, everybody,
have a good
for tuning in. Bye.